Oh boy. Okay. Great. Let's see here really quickly. Welcome, 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 everybody. If you are tuning in, hopefully. Let's see here. Just checking a few things before we really dive into the heart of what's going on. Let's see. Great post. Andrew Reiner, Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, which we are going to talk about that hopefully in the next few days. Not getting a lot of attention, sadly, for Marvel games for Guardians of the Galaxy because it's from Square Enix, so there's a lot of skepticism there. But I think we will get some info relatively soon that is a bit more enticing than the reveal, which I still liked, but I'm hoping that it'll be like the Spider-Man syndrome for Insomniac Spider-Man PS4 when we got that massive Game Informer month, which, funny enough, fun fact, the Spider-Man PS4 Game Informer that was in April of 2018, that was during my birthday, because my birthday's on April 10th, so that was during that whole month, which was crazy. So now we have Game Informer covering Guardians for June, which is the remainder of June, and I will talk about the info that is revealed during the coverage if it's anything significant, but right now, we have this to talk about. So what's up, guys? Joe Mama, Nicholas Lofgren, Spider-Man 2K20, Nicholas Lofgren again. What's up, you guys? Sorry if I missed anyone's names before. I was looking at my phone, making sure that the stream is live, which it is. It's on Twitter, so the link worked. Right now, I am playing again. As a heads up, in case you guys don't know, which hopefully you do at this point, is I'm streaming it through my PlayStation 4 Pro, not a PS5 or PC or next-gen console or Xbox, my PS4 Pro. However, I have seen that this glitch has mainly occurred for PS5 users, so I thought, well, maybe I'm a bit safe right now in terms of that whole wider spectrum of people, but this is also going to be like a test drive guinea pig style experiment. Like, if this happens to me while we're doing a live stream, I can guarantee you I'm going to end the stream in an instant, and then I will also delete the stream from the archives on my channel. But right now, I want to kind of do this as a live broadcasting experiment to show you guys how bad this really is. What's up, Slay Creed, the real James Bond, Xavier Zanabal, Queese Grism. What is up, everybody? If I missed anyone's names again, I'm sorry. We're gonna wait a little bit longer, get more people in the stream. Leave a like, by the way. Happy Tuesday it is. Happy Tuesday during the week. It's been a while since we did our last stream where we did play, I think, Genshin Impact again, which is a live service game I really wish I was playing right now instead of playing this, but they did include an update for the game today with the Cosmic Cube event for the Monica Rappaccini villain sector for the game, which is probably the one element of the game I was actually looking forward to, or at least interested in seeing, because it's a character. It's not a dumb limited time event, which shouldn't be limited for a game that's lacking content. The Tachyon Anomaly and the Red Room should have been permanent. It made no sense why it was limited. But those were small events that did nothing to expand upon the game or include anything new. It was just reusing stuff that we already have been playing for since the beginning. What's up, Blue Galaxy, Seth Wicked, Mick Dragon, Elite? I think you guys can hear me. I believe my microphone is on. Let me check the audio, by the way. Yes, you can. Great. Again, happy Tuesday. Leave a like on the stream. It would support me a lot, and it would actually show me that this is something that is needed to discuss. Ghosty, my boy, what's up? Nope, you last stream was playing Scott Pilgrim, duh. That's right, we were playing, which I do have. You are correct. Thank you for the clarification. It was Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That's right, we were talking about Marvel games confirmed to be going to E3, which of course was for Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers with the Black Panther stuff, so that's confirmed now. Again, we already knew that that was going to happen, though, so it wasn't really anything surprising. It was cool to finally see what Guardians looks like, but in the sense of new, announcements, you know, like something, oh, surprise, here's a Daredevil game, or oh, shock, here's a Doctor Strange game, you know, something that surprising. We didn't really get a lot of that during E3, but if you liked the Guardians reveal, which I liked elements of it, I'm not hyped for it, but I'm certainly more interested in it compared to Avengers right now. Franco Greco, my boy. Lewis Cox, what's up, dude? Wait, who's doxing players? The game doxing players? What the heck is going on? That's insane. Yep, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So if you guys are not in the know, oh boy, we're going to cover this before we even touch Monica's dumb cube, her little Rubik's Cube nonsense. Yeah, so today, at about, I think, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. in the morning, or actually a bit earlier than that, but they kind of clarified it a bit prior to right now where we're streaming, which at the time of this idea, or at the time of this stream, it is 12:17 a.m. PST, right? So, if you go on the Play Avengers Twitter page, on, you know, their official account for the game on Twitter, and this is pretty risky for me doing this, by the way, but again, we're trying to prove a point and show exactly what stuff of how poorly designed this game is in so bad of a job they handled it is. So, the new update for Avengers is out today for the Cosmic Cube, right? We waited for a couple months. We thought that they were going to include some stuff to enhance the experience, a new boss fight to maybe give a bit more variety into the endless amounts of aim robots we've been fighting. Give a little bit more pep in the game's step, you know, to just kind of bring back a bit more fun to the game, right? And we waited and we waited and we didn't know exactly when this was coming out. And oh, we got the date during E3 that the villain sector of the Cosmic Cube for Monica Rappaccini is in fact releasing for Marvel's Avengers on all platforms for free on June 22nd. So we got the official date, a new villain to fight, cool, right? Good enough. If you're someone who's played the game, you'll know how already the game is lacking sufficient amounts of content. We need something new to bring people's interests back up into the product, given its live service nature. And again, I've done videos about this in full, so you can go watch those. And then they tweeted, you know, 2 hours ago, of course, oh, defeat the Scientist Supreme before before she harnesses unparalleled power with the Cosmic Cube. The new villain sector, being the odds, is now available on the war table. Great. So a new villain to fight, a new area to explore, I'm assuming. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not too sure. So, yeah, that's the element of the game that we all thought was going to be included, and that's the end of that, right? Insert Kevin Spacey meme here. Wrong! No! Wrong! Oh my god, so wrong. No, no, no. And again, do not do what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this for the benefit of you guys to avoid this exact circumstance of what's happening. So if you're someone who has a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel or some other TikTok, whatever, and you're streaming, you're planning on streaming Marvel's Avengers, do not do it. Because for those of you I see in the comments, doxing, Don Strong, I see you doxing, what's that? Shoab, Iqbal, and Easy Cat, Rafael Hernandez, Donazo, hello guys, what's up everybody? Shout out to you guys for joining the stream. Sorry if I mispronounced everybody's names, I know I did. I'm trying to give you all the news right now before I get into the new main event. So, the new patch, or new update for the game, includes the villain sector and a patch, which is supposedly going to adjust some little elements of the game's, you know, glitches and issues, and just give a bit more quality of life adjustments, and reduce mega hives from 8 to 4 steps, and more. And the and more part is very important, because, voice crack, because this is very, very insane. 3 hours ago, on the Marvel's Avengers Twitter page, says, we're aware of the issue where a floating string of text appears on the screen and are investigating. Thank you for the report. So, when you read that, not knowing of what's going on, you think, oh, this is like a little subtitle glitch, you know? Oh, a string of text, you know, it floats across the screen, right? It floats, it's there, like the war table mission selection right there. You would think, oh, that's misplaced, or some of the audio bits may be a bit, you know, compressed in the wrong way. Oh, that's fine. You know, nothing wrong with that. It's just Marvel's Avengers being its glitchy self. You know, nothing wrong with that. Cut to 2 hours ago. where it turns out the string of text is users' individual IP addresses. And if you don't know what that means, I don't blame you. But for the gamer knowledge brainwave in you, just think about it like this. Think of your user ID info, your personal password information, your credit card information, your social security card information, all this very private information that is sacred to you as a person and as a gamer. That way you don't get hacked into your own personal account. That information was the string of text that was broadcasted on screen. And for certain streamers who are playing the game, that was broadcasted to live audiences. Meaning that if anyone was watching their stream and sees that string of text go across their game, all of their private information, their username, their social security, their web address, so they can hack into a person's account and profile and directly manipulate their account in any way they see fit. That is, as the title says, unacceptable. That is insane for a live service game to mess up that badly. And two reasons on why this is even worse. First off, the developers at Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal and Square Enix and whoever is in charge of doing this and stress testing the game and play testing through and finding glitches this big of a glitch, they were aware of this issue and still launched the patch in the poor state that it is currently in. It's not even fixed yet. They say that they're going to include a hot fix patch update to address the problem tomorrow at around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the glitch is not fixed yet. I am currently live streaming the game with an unfixed version of Avengers, right? It's not the patched version. It's still issued. It's still glitched out in the sense that by the time we play the villain sector, you could very well see my IP address be broadcasted across the screen. And I was thinking about doing an actual, standalone video about this. Maybe even talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy Game Informer coverage. But this is too big of a deal. This is way out of bounds. So for example, for you Spidey fans out there, since my channel is mainly filled with Spider-Man fans, say for example you were playing Spider-Man PS4, you fight Dr. Octopus in the final fight on Oscorp Tower. During that whole emotional sequence, you see your gaming profile picture and your user information and your PlayStation user ID info with your password if you're a secured account, all of a sudden slapped onto Otto's face, or even hell, slapped onto Peter's face when he's crying his eyes out. You were everything I wanted to be! And it turns out what he wanted to be was my IP address to take my account info from me, which is insane. So that is exactly what's going on here for Avengers. So anytime you're playing the game, you could easily see some very personal, private information be displayed that is not obviously consented from you, the gamer, or the viewer, or the streamer, or whoever you may be. You obviously don't want that information out there, but it'll be out there. It'll be out there for them to go hog wild with, and any viewer in my stream, potentially, who may dislike me, which I don't think it's any of you guys, because you guys are the best, could take that info for themselves and use my account however they see fit. That is out of the question. Right then and there, the game's servers, which I don't know why they're not doing this right now, the game's servers should be shut down. They should reboot the game in a meaning that they should say, like what Genshin Impact does, for example, another live service game. The servers are temporarily shut down so that way they can update the game for the newer version to then be launched for the entire player base. So right now, again, given Marvel's Avengers live service nature, it should shut down completely, reboot the system, restart the servers, update this with the patch that will be launching tomorrow, and fix the problem. They're willingly knowing about these issues and still decide to leave the game in the state that it is. That is out of the question. Don Strong, dude, why would you risk doing this? Great question. And again, it's for you guys. It's to, again, hit the point home. Do not, as I've already said, there should be a disclaimer, but I can't do it because I can't edit for a live stream. There should be a disclaimer. Do not do what I'm doing right now. Do not live stream Marvel's Avengers until tomorrow or whenever they include the hot fix for the game. I'm currently doing it to show you guys exactly how poor of a state the game is and drive the point home even further that a game of this scale, of this magnitude, with these big of characters, with this beloved IP of Marvel, should not be in the state that it is. And it is truly baffling to me that they have allowed this to happen for months on end, but now I've never seen something like this happen for a live service game, let alone a Marvel live service game. So that's kind of the gist of what's going on. And then again, to reiterate, as the final note on this whole news, is Marvel's Avengers stated on Twitter 2 hours ago, "We are currently testing a solution to the issue of personal information, including player's IP address and username being displayed on screen on PS5, so again on PS4 Pro, so I haven't seen anything yet, and plan to deploy a hotfix tomorrow at around 8 a.m. Pacific time, PlayStation 5 players for next gen, because you guys know how wonderful it is to play a brand new next generation Marvel game on your recently purchased $500, $400 console, or maybe more if you bought a bundle of the console, and say, yeah, great, I can't wait to play this new next-gen version of Marvel's Avengers on my brand new PS5. Don't you just love it when all of a sudden they show your private ID user info and IP address to get easily hacked in? I love that. You know, that's my favorite thing when playing Marvel's Avengers or Marvel's Spider-Man, is when I get doxxed, which is the term, but if you guys don't know, doxxed is when you're unwillingly letting your private user information be out there for the public to see, and therefore be potentially taken or stolen or hacked or manipulated by another online user. That is doxing. So if you were to say, oh guys, I know the private address of Brian Intihar, you know, why not? I know where Brian lives, here's his address, here's his social security, here's his credit card info. That's doxing. So they're doxing people in the game, without consent from players, and it's, of course, no one would want that, but that's the actual state of the game that it's currently in right now. Bullet Cruiser, how are you avoiding it right now? I don't know. Again, as I said, great question, but the reason is I'm playing it on my PS4, PlayStation 4 Pro system. Great console, by the way, because I don't have a next-gen console. But mainly the users who are saying that they are experiencing it only are seeing it on a PlayStation 5, but there is a very high chance that it could appear on other platforms as well. So don't even play the game. Hell with streaming it. Don't even play the game right now unless you want your game to be doxxed and your info to be out there for people to see. But again, I'm a public YouTube channel. I have a platform where I can inform you guys about certain events. This is extremely important, very, very sketchy, and not worth your time and money to play it and even invest the effort into going back into downloading the patch until they officially fix the problem. But for me, again, I'm giving you guys my viewpoint and kind of being like a guinea pig test experiment to see exactly how bad of a state the game currently is in. We've already been streaming for almost 20 minutes, so we haven't even done the villain sector yet, but that's the news. And if you're just tuning in, welcome. Leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying it. Happy Tuesday. Happy Marvel's Avengers Glitch Day, which is every day. But, you know, if you missed any of the news of everything I just said, go back in the video and watch that then. Right now, we're actually going to try and play the game, which, oh my god, can we even? I'm going to freak out if we do. Oh god, acquiring surveillance network data. Does that mean my freaking, my user ID? I hope not. But we're going to do this villain sector. By the way, you know, I made sure just before I started streaming, I just did one of the drop zones, like little quick 10-minute missions where you just beat enemies. And I tested it. You know, it ran fine. It looked okay. I didn't see any doxing info on the screen. So I'm assuming it'll be okay for this. Although, you know, I haven't tried the event of the Cosmic Cube myself yet, so I'm very cautious and a bit scared to see exactly how this is going to work out, but let's see what's going on now. Okay, so right here, this is going to be the make or break. Let's see, Malcolm X Rodriguez. I'm just loving the reception this game is getting and seeing that a lot of people are smart and not going to waste their money on this. Yes, correct. Again, great statement, Malcolm X Rodriguez, because I've already said, you can go back in my videos, even when they confirm Spider-Man to be in the game. I love it when people say, Evan loves the game now because Spider-Man's in it. Wrong! Again, insert Kevin Spacey meme here. Wrong! No. I like that they include Spider-Man, But the game itself was already fundamentally broken by the time that they announced that, and very skeptical about how it would be playing once we are actually getting our hands on the game. Now that the game's actually out and we can see it for what it is, I still say, if you are someone who has the game currently, then wait until they include Black Panther to go back into playing it. Or if you're someone who, in a better situation, does not own the game at all, then wait until they include Black Panther, or hell, even Spider-Man, and then buy the game. Then you'll have a lower priced product to pay for a more, hopefully, well-rounded experience. You'll have the full campaign. At that point, if they include Spider-Man, 4 extra heroes, a new boss, yippee, and Wakanda to explore. Although, by the time Black Panther is out, guys, you gotta realize, the game will have been out for nearly a whole year at that point. So by the time the game's out for an entire year, we're only going to have 3 heroes in a Marvel's Avengers live service game. Compare that to Spider-Man, where in the span of 3 months for the first, Spider-Man PS4, we got the highest turf wars in Silver Lining, 3 extra DLC chapters with new villains, new story content, new side missions, new skins. And granted, it's a completely different type of game. It's not live service. It's open world. It's a PlayStation exclusive and made by Insomniac, so the quality level there is already going to be way better than what this is. But you understand, for a Marvel property of that scale, you have to deliver quality. And it's not living up to the expectations for Marvel's Avengers. I'm hoping Guardians can turn it around, but as you guys have shown me in my videos where I've talked about the game, a lot of you guys don't seem to care. Or in the sense of you are interested in it but not hyped about it. Like, where I stand, I'm much more interested, much more, at least confident in what Guardians is shaping out to be. It's not live service, it's not multiplayer, it's just a solid, and not even DLC or microtransaction. It's just a single-player, Guardian-centric, story-driven game. Excellent. Great. This is broken. I'm sorry. This is not at all satisfying the player base in the slightest for a massive Marvel property as big as the Avengers. And, you've seen gaming journalists like IGN and GameSpot cover the game, but whenever they do cover the game, it's always, what do you think? Negative press, because that's all there is to talk about. Even when you include Black Panther, I guarantee the majority of the articles are going to be, well, Black Panther's here, but what's the problem? Or Black Panther's here, but it's not that great. Or Black Panther's here, but where's Spider-Man? All this stuff. And that's not to... And I even see, like, the real James Bond, Kyle just loves to hate. No! Kyle, for example, as a user about Avengers, has been extremely rational and factual about reporting on the game. He doesn't hate just to hate. Just like when I talk about, for example, a really heated topic whenever I bring it up, the new face for Peter Parker in the remaster for Spider-Man PS5. I hate to bring it up, but again, is that me hating on the game? No. It's just me being critical and cautious about some of the decisions they made. Same thing with Kyle. Love him or hate him, he's just doing what he does. He's being honest and genuine and critiquing the game at face value. He's not trying to undermine it for what it is, or even, hate on it just for the satisfaction of getting a kick out of, critiquing the developers for sucking. No, this is a legitimate problem. This is a huge issue for the game, for the doxing, for the IP addresses for players. If you're someone who is defending this, you're like, oh, it'll be fixed. No. No, this cannot happen at all. This is very sad for a game of this scale, of this magnitude. And I can guarantee you the same exact thing, even though we don't know what type of game it is right now. But say Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League from Rocksteady, by God, somehow comes out and it's a buggy mess. It's terrible. And it's also rumored to be live service. It's not confirmed. But say, just in this example, Rocksteady comes out with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. It's a live service game just like Avengers. The game is buggy at launch. The characters aren't playing well. And the enemies are falling through the map. And the player IP addresses are also on screen. Is that the fault of the characters in the game? No. Is that the fault of the voice actors of the game? I don't think so. Is that the fault of the concept artists? I don't really think so. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the developers' fault. It's the developers and designers' problems to fix that they themselves have created. Obviously not intentionally, but this is a problem that they can't let go. They can't allow this to pass. And we're going to see just how big of a problem we're going to run into when playing this villain sector, but God almighty, that is insane, to say the least. And I don't know how much longer the game can stand on its 2 feet like this. If it can even keep going at this rate, you know, will they allow people to keep playing it? I guess so, because I'm currently streaming it. But if this happens again during Black Panther or Spider-Man, by God, oh man, oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be rough. Big problems. Franco, bro, it's on my screen. Do you mean on my game or on your game? Because right now I'm terrified if that's gonna pop up on my stream. See, so already confirmed right there. If you're thinking I'm lying, Franco himself, one of the main Spidey Squad co-founders and members, is literally saying, okay, your game, great. So Franco Greco, big, huge, big brain energy from the Spidey Squad, gorgeous man supreme, is literally confirming right now that his game on PlayStation 5 is experiencing that exact doxing issue. That is unacceptable. That is insane. We cannot allow this to keep going. And again, I am shocked that you would think that the next-gen version of a Marvel game would at least be a bit more of a refined experience in comparison to the current problem or the current version of current gen or last gen for the PS4 Pro. But the next-gen version for Franco Greco right now, literally he just confirmed it, is showing his IP address. Insane. Madness. Pure madness. No, that's Leonidas. I almost said Spartacus. Leonidas from 300. This is Sparta. Madness. Or that was the other guy from the Persian side, right? I'm messing up my cultural references. But you understand, this is madness. This is pure madness. This is insane. This is not Sparta. This is Marvel's Avengers. And this is a problem. Yeah, this is, Let's see, Bacon Plays. It's when someone shows your IP address and where you live. Exactly. It's like, swatting. You guys know what swatting is? Like, oh, you guys, Evan lives here and here. Where I haven't really been all that secretive with my stuff. I mean, even like, it's not even a, you know, secret. Like my username for the channel, Evan Falarka, that's literally my name. So, I mean, do with that what you will. But I'm saying, like, yeah, like, oh, you know, here's the address for Ted Price, head CEO of Insomniac. Here's where he lives. Here's his social security number. Here's his zip code. Here's his credit card. Here's his wife and kids. You know, their info. Like, that is doxing, and that is, whoo! No. Michael Jackson style. Ow! No. No. Yeah, exactly. The enthusiastic Celos. Evan's gonna get swatted. You bet your bottom dollar I am, buddy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is great. Is the Quinjet flying in? Okay. For example, for a second I thought it was flying in invisibly. I thought it was coming in on an invisible jet. Because, my god. And yes, I'm playing as Iron Man because he's my highest level character. And no, I'm not wearing any of the endgame suits because I'm not paying 15 bucks for a costume. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Oh god, I just played Genshin Impact the other night. A live service game which treats its players with respect and they're not doxing anybody. And I'm playing this right now, I'm like, God, can I just go back to Genshin, please? Yeah, Franco, I'm so sorry, buddy. Thank God I'm okay. I'm so sorry that you're not okay, that your game is experiencing that problem. Give a huge shout out and give a like and give props to Franco for dealing with that, because that is rough. So say for example, if I was someone who owned a next-gen console, and let me know if the game audio is too loud, everybody, but I think I turned it down low enough before the stream started. But say for example, I got my PS5 at launch, I had the game console, and I got to play Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales on my PS5, and then Marvel's Avengers comes out with its next-gen version, then I show off some gameplay, and I show off the new content, like, oh, that's cool, great, so now they include the villain sector, which is probably going to be the most crucial of the newer content that they included recently. And, oh, cool. So they include the villain sector, they include Monica, they include a new region-ish or a villain's boss fight section of sorts to fight in, and a new villain just to enhance the story, right? Okay, cool. So I'm going to take the best version of the game, which of course is my PlayStation 5, hypothetically, of course, and say, great, so I'm going to stream the game for the Spidey Squad, and we can play the game together, and we can maybe team up in some cool, you know, 4-player co-op mode, like what Ghosty was recommending. I saw your comment, by the way, bro. I wasn't ignoring you, of the group party. We'll try and do it later if we can, but right now we're going to just see how this fares for the villain sector and the game's current modes. But, say if everything was ideal, I had the next-gen console, I had the next-gen version of Marvel's Avengers, I put in the game today on June 22nd to install the latest patch, I stream it without even looking at Twitter today and say, great, I can't wait to play the game, and then bam, all of a sudden my account gets hacked, and I'm fully doxxed, and I'm just, literally my day's ruined. Like, that would be beyond forgiving. And you're paying for the game, and you're playing the game at your own time, and you expect just a game to work properly at this big of a scale, and the fact that it doesn't is insane, to say the least. And yeah, that is, oh boy, no way in hell that is passing through anyone's credentials in a proper way. Like, oh, and you gotta love it, by the way, you have to absolutely love it that they try and act, just as a sidebar, that the game's all hunky-dory and we're bringing in this new person who worked on Marvel Heroes to improve the game. I'm sure he's a great guy, and I love Marvel games, and Bill Roseman specifically, and they're all wonderful people, and I'm meeting them in person. You know, I can say with a genuine heart that they literally care about the game and the characters and the products they work on. They really do want great experiences for the players to just love and embrace. But then when you see the creative director of the game leave, and there's no send-off, there's no goodbye from the developers, there's no... Sean was a great... Sean Eskai, by the way, was the creative director of the game. There was no, like, you know, his creative vision really pushed the team forward into greater heights to achieve greater standards for this game, and really leaving a stamp on the Avengers to just show why these characters are so meaningful and what they really represent for the community, and really giving it their all. Nothing! Not a peep, not a dabble on anyone's mouths to indicate, bye Sean, we miss you. No, gone. That is already a poor sign of faith in the developers about the game's status and the direction they took it. I don't know if it was Square Enix, which, let's be honest, it was Square Enix, but in this example, I don't know if it was Square Enix, or Crystal Dynamics, or Eidos Montreal, or Nixie Software, or Marvel Games themselves, or anyone in particular, like Bill Roseman, or who decided to make Marvel's Avengers a live service game. Whoever decided that should be fired. I'm sorry, but that is not the way the game should be handled, and that is not beneficial for anyone who's working on the game, who actually cares about the Avengers, and anyone who's still playing the game who actually wants the game to be good. Because putting blind faith into a product which is clearly fallen and continuing to stumble and just be not even the quality level that it should be reaching is not good in the slightest. Brent versus Bill Roseman is a class act. You are absolutely right about that. He bleeds Marvel, but something is feeling off about this title. Exactly. And that is a huge problem. You can even tell, like, you can see my reaction video that I put on for the channel for the Guardians game. And even though they had Dan Abnett, who is one of the supervising writers for Guardians of the Galaxy, and they're obviously getting his input for the game and how he's going to write the narrative, but he's a writer. You know, he's not a developer or creative designer for the game. Bill Roseman is the vice president of Marvel Games, and every single time he talks about Marvel, even when he was talking about this, I'm like, okay, I trust Bill. He cares. There's clear passion put into it from the Marvel game side of things. But hearing Sean Eskai or some of the developers at Crystal talk about the game when they were being interviewed in their streams or in some developer interviews in the past, they were, like, you could tell just from their tone or their way they were saying something or the way they went about describing the game and its aspects, like the structure of the game as a whole, you could tell something was very concerning for them. That they thought, like, maybe this isn't the way that we should go about the game. What's up, Devon Crawford, Tava, Smolka, Franco Greco? Bro, just so you know, the info moves all over my screen. That's insane. So Franco, again, guys, big shout out to Franco. I can't really say, yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for you, Franco, but just know that Franco is going to be making a huge impact within the Spidey Squad community pretty darn soon. And you should definitely keep your eyes on him. But for right now, at least you can do is follow him on Twitter, at Franco Greco. He's great. So right now, Franco is our clear proof that on the PS5 version of Marvel's Avengers, he is experiencing the same exact issue of the IP address going all over his entire screen. That is crazy. That is unacceptable. And again, that is baffling that they allowed that to pass. And again, willingly no, they were well aware of the game's issue with this patch, and they said, you know what, launch it anyway. Go for it. And they even said that, further proof, that they might even delete their tweet, so look at it right now in case you missed it. But they say on the Twitter account that, oh, there's a little small screen text going over the gameplay. You know, there's a small little singular line of text that's just going over the game. Like, oh, well, I guess they mean like subtitles or something, or maybe some user, you know, some UI info, like the path to Omega, like, well, that was over the screen, or some of the ultimate super moves. Like, oh, that's fine. You know, it'll probably be fixed in the patch. No, it's your private user info. That is mind-numbing. That's sad that they allowed that to happen. Code Comics, and it was all across the screen like a DVD screensaver. Really? Wow. So Kyle, Code of Comics, says that it's like the DVD Bop Boop Beep Pong style of glitch. That is baffling. Like The Office? Like, oh man. Wow. Sometimes like Michael Scott style, like where he's in the meeting room of the Office sitcom show, and he's like, sometimes you just got it. What can I say? No, Michael, it's that the DVD screen player was all over the screen, and it was going like a goddamn Pong match. So that's exactly what's happening for Avengers on PS5? Wow. So right now, again, you guys are seeing the PlayStation 4 Pro version of my Marvel's Avengers game on my system, and right now we haven't seen anything yet, but the second it does, I'm gonna stop the stream, because that is, whew, that's soul-crushing. Ginaldo, I bet people are still going to find a way to defend this. Yeah, exactly. If you're someone who's defending this, you're saying, oh, they'll fix it, it's not that bad, it's just a small problem. No, you gotta stop. And you can't, and I don't know why, and that, you know, that's called, what the term is there, I just missed your username, I'm sorry, but that term you're looking for is white knighting. Is white knighting the game. Not brown nosing, but white knighting, in the sense that this is perfect, everything is fine, there's no issues whatsoever, you're just a hater, you just don't care about Marvel, you hate Crystal, you're just a scumbag. No. Don't you dare try and flip that on someone who's actually trying to enjoy the game in a normal manner. It's not feasible to keep a game like this going. Najeri, I don't think anyone can defend this. I still like the game, but I agree this is terrible news. Absolutely. Absolutely, Naj. It is not disgusting, but it's just disappointing. You know, like, we already were let down with the game several times, in several occasions, in various accounts throughout the past year. So, this isn't anything new, per se, to be let down or disappointed by the status of the game. But on this big of a scale, is bafflingly bad, you know, like insane. Comic King, I like your profile picture, Michael. Like, oh yeah, his profile picture is great. Deadly 8 Evan, do you think it's possible that we get Spider-Man 2 teaser before or after Guardians? Spidey Outcast, how am I? Andrew, I am fantastic. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to your DMs. I apologize. I've been busy, and also trying to cover Guardians with the news and stuff like that, and other stuff on the side. But to answer your previous question, about Spider-Man 2, I love how every time we go in these streams, with it, whether it's Avengers or Scott Pilgrim or Guardians even, or Genshin Impact, like, hey Evan, when's Spider-Man 2? Like, guys, come on. I love Spider-Man as well, but can we not talk about anything else? But to brighten our spirits a bit, because this is depressing news with Avengers. So, Spider-Man 2. Now that we have Guardians is officially confirmed to exist, we have the trailer, we have the release date, it's coming out this year. Very exciting about that. Not live service, not multiplayer, no DLC or microtransactions. Just a solid single-player game. That's exciting. And a current Game Informer for it, which is fantastic. So we're going to get more info in the next week or so about the game and how it's going to shape up by launch. Spider-Man 2 is obviously the main Marvel game, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are looking forward to seeing how it's going to turn out. And I will say that it's for sure going to be announced now, knowing that Guardians is confirmed. We don't have to wait like, oh, we have to wait until they announce Guardians for them to show Spider-Man 2. No, now Guardians exists. Avengers is going to come out with Black Panther in the next 2 months, hopefully, if that doesn't glitch to hell either. And if you've been keeping up with the latest rumors, not leaks, whereas again, we've talked about this, where Guardians of the Galaxy was leaked. It wasn't rumored like, oh, they might be making a Guardians game. No, it was leaked all the way back since 2017 that Square Enix, during their multi-year, multi-game partnership, that they're going to make a Guardians of the Galaxy game. That was known, we were aware of this, and it's not a shock that it exists, right? So that is already kind of the nail in the coffin, the final segment of the Square Enix Marvel Games partnership. We don't know how much longer they could leave this hanging. Spider-Man 2 we know is coming, because they already teased the game by the end of the first game, and Miles, so we know it exists. Ben Jordan's teased it, Najee Jeter's teased it. Insomniac themselves, one of the employees at Insomniac Games teased it, saying, oh, you know, congrats on the Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart team releasing that game. Alex Zemke, by the way, is the person I'm referring to. I didn't work on the game because I was too busy working on Redacted. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What could that be? Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2. Of course. Most likely, which I think is safe to say, only being a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Right? So, keep all this in mind. Everything I just said. Guardians. Spider-Man being a PS5 exclusive. Everyone teasing the game to high hell. We know this, right? So, knowing that, there's also been rumors that an upcoming PlayStation State of Play could be happening either near the end of June or the middle of July. And if that does happen, what are they going to show? Well, I think they could be discussing further about the future of the PlayStation 5, because they know that there's going to be a lot of new gaming exclusive experiences, as they've already said, over 25 PlayStation first-party studios in development. Half of them are indie titles, and the other half are about currently existing franchises. Spider-Man. So, it's not a question of whether or not the game exists, it's a question of when could the game be announced and when can it release. So, I say we could either see it near the end of this year if Marvel Games wants to get more traction. By that time, Guardians will already be released. And then after they release Guardians, like, well, great, what's the next Marvel game coming out? Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2. So they could release it during the Game Awards, maybe if they have a little special something-something for PlayStation to show, if they want to do that. Or during the PlayStation State of Play that'll be coming soon, and just show it there as a little thing to get people hyped. Like, oh yeah, by the way, Insomniac, after they just released Rift Apart, here's their next project, Spider-Man 2, coming late 2022 maybe, or mid to late 2023. That, because we know there's going to be a shortage issue of PlayStation 5 still happening throughout next year, and not a lot of people still have a PlayStation 5, myself. So even though I want it to be a PS5 exclusive, I would be upset if I wasn't able to play the game if it comes out next year and I don't have a console by that point. So they may want to hold off a little bit. That way they'll have more time to work on the game, only on PS5, and then they'll have the game fully released on PS5 by, again, next year at the earliest, or 2023 at the latest. For anyone who's saying 2024, no, I don't think it's 2024. I think that's way too late. And Insomniac are such top-tier developers that they can just crack out a game like that, and it'll just be a shock to see how far along they've come from the improvements that we've seen from, you know, what do you call it, Miles, and how much they improved the traversal and combat in that game, and then we have to wait until the sequel to see exactly where they can push the game further. Also, by the way, I love the glitch. Love, love, love the glitch. Can I do photo mode? Yes, I can. I love this glitch, you guys. Great game, top tier, where Kate Bishop is invisible. I didn't know that. You know, I didn't know that Kate Bishop could be a character like Black Widow who can turn invisible on a dime. You know, a very interesting power from Kate. You know, she can teleport. She has, like, sidelock, sword slashing abilities. She's snarky. She's witty. Oh, and she disappears. She's invisible. Great, great super movie. Not a glitch. What are you guys talking about? Ice Blade, top tier glitch? No, no. What? No. It's the game. It's exactly how the game should be played. This is a game running on full cylinders, you guys. This is fine. There's not a problem. It's perfect. Nothing is wrong. It's like that meme where the dog is in the fire in his house. Everything is okay. Or this is fine. She was already on fire just a second ago, so this is fine. That's great. Perfect. Love it. Excellent. God, this game, you guys. Again, can I go back to playing Genshin Impact? You guys should play Genshin Impact if you don't have that game already. So much better. So much better than Avengers right now. I almost said Guardians, but oh, Jesus! I saw a subtitle right there. It said "Security Resistance Breach" or something. I thought it was about my IP address. I swear to God, I was freaking out for a second. Ghosty, honestly, right now I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I just let Insomniac work on Spider-Man 2 as much as they need. Exactly. Give them all the time in the world. Don't rush. I mean, they're so talented that they don't even need to delay a date. I mean, they're so smart, too, where they don't give a date until they're fully sure that it'll release. Which I appreciate Guardians doing that, where, you know, it comes out in 4 months. We waited since 2017 to hear official confirmation of the game, even knowing it exists. Even though they try to keep it secret, like, oh, here's this brand new, you know, world premiere IP game that Eidos Montreal is working on. Like, we know that they're in a multi-year, multi-game partnership with Marvel. So it's no shock that at the very least they're working on a Marvel video game. And it just so happens that it's Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So, knowing that, though, is appreciative on my part that I like that they waited until, oh, here's the reveal, here's what the game is, here's a demo, here's a developer interview, and by the way, it comes out in 4 months. Excellent. Great marketing. I appreciate that. That's a plus in my opinion. Avengers is like, we don't gotta tell people nothing. It's an Avengers game. They'll buy it regardless. They'll give us all of our money, and they'll like doing it. And right now, on my side, I'm like, you're insane. That's not at all how marketing works. You are literally crazy to think anything less. Because if you were to tell me, oh, Spider-Man from Insomniac Games releases, am I going to buy the game? Well, of course, my fanboy side is going to say yes, because it's Spider-Man. But why was I excited for the game in the first place? Well, we knew it was open world. We knew it was single player. We knew it was a new Spider-Man universe. We knew it was him in his prime. We saw the gameplay. We saw a demo. We saw, you know, the free roaming from E3. I interviewed the developers myself, so I got a hands-on impression of how the game is, knowing how well-rounded the game is going to be developed. Knowing what the game is makes people buy it. Not because it's Avengers, not because it's Guardians of the Galaxy, not because it's Spider-Man, not because it's Miles Morales. Hell, not even because it's Insomniac, but just knowing it's a good game. Knowing that it's a thoroughly developed game that's, you know, encapsulating the essence of what it means to be the character, respecting the character into a game format that takes them into in a genre that appreciates them for who they are. Not just, oh, let's make Avengers a looter shooter for money. No. Does the looter shooter genre fit the Avengers as a team? I don't think so. Well, then why make it that? Oh yeah, because money. That's the only reason why they did it. And that's why I don't care what they say, because you have to remember this. They said, oh, we always intended Guardians of the Galaxy to be a single-player experience. I'm like, I don't know if I buy that, because you know who also made Marvel's Avengers? Alongside of Crystal Dynamics? That's literally on the box art for the game. Let's see, Marvel, of course. Crystal Dynamics, we know that. Nixie Software, who kind of help us with multiplayer stuff. Not in a good way, though. Square Enix, who's the publisher. And the co-developer of the game was, let me check. Oh, yeah! Eidos Montreal. So they helped make Avengers. So they knew back then what exactly the game was. And knowing the problems that the game experiences right now, they said, you know what, we probably shouldn't do the same thing. We probably should not go that route again for our next massive Marvel property. So they knew. They knew, and exactly, Teva Smolka, they learned from their main games that they developed, Deus Ex, you know, their previous franchise, which are really good games. But same thing can be said for Crystal Dynamics. You know, Crystal Dynamics, they made the Tomb Raider games, which are mainly single-player games. So why didn't they do that for Avengers? Oh yeah, because money. Because Square Enix wants money. That's the only reason why. So, for this though, since Eidos Montreal co-developed Avengers with Crystal Dynamics, they said, you know, if we're going to do a Marvel game of our own, instead of helping Crystal with the game, we're going to make our own game, let's probably do the exact opposite of Avengers. Why do you think they're not even including any DLC? There's not even a collector's edition for the game. There was a collector's edition for Avengers, because it's a, you know, a big AAA game, and it's Avengers. And of course people would buy, you know, $60 plus worth Captain America statue filled in with other stuff. The game isn't even coming out with a collector's edition, or even a DLC. There's no story DLC. Even with Spider-Man, they had the the extended DLC chapters, and same with Batman Arkham. They have the Arkham Knight expansion with the what was it? The Season of Infamy, if I remember correctly, right, for Arkham Knight, because they had the Mad Hatter, they had Ra's al Ghul, they had Mr. Freeze, and then they had Killer Croc in 4 separate standalone DLC chapters that expanded the game and the story and all that, and it was great, right? Even Crystal Dynamics did that with some separate story content for Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is great. That's why they came out with the definitive edition later. So Square Enix and Eidos Montreal are well aware of the status that Marvel's Avengers is in, so much so that they're literally going to avoid any possible negative feedback that they possibly can imagine for Guardians by making it only single player, literally only Star-Lord, so not even playing as the other Guardians, you're just Star-Lord, which I am fine with, because it's more like in the realm of Spider-Man compared to Avengers, where that was the exact problem of Avengers, where they had to span out their whole player symmetry so much so throughout every single character and give them their own unique playstyle that they couldn't make them feel all unique. You know, they try to do too much in one thing. You know, they try to have their cake and eat it too, right? Whereas at least for Guardians, they know, oh, you know what? Screw that, you're only Star-Lord, done deal. And I'm like, good. Why not? Make me play as Commander Shepard. In this case, we're Star-Lord. So I like that. It's solely single-player, story-driven. I like the Mass Effect-style choice system you got there. And not even any DLC, so not even skins. You know, not even any skins, not even any story DLC where like, oh, here's a Thanos expansion, you know? No. Once you get the game, that's it. And in my opinion, good. Because that way, if you, all it has to do, as I said in one of my previous videos, all Guardians has to do is just be a good game. It just has to be fun. It just has to make me feel like I'm part of the Guardians. Really engage me in the story. Hopefully, not making it feel like a discount MCU thing. But just give it its own identity, and then you'll be fine. Whereas this was already kind of skeptical from the start, where like the Avengers were too similar to their MCU counterparts, and already skeptical towards how the final result would turn out. Are we finally here? What are we doing? Monica, are you here now? Are you gonna? Is the Cosmic Cube's main power to leak my IP address? Is that what the main goal was? God, that's sheesh. All right, Monica, time to take down your Rubik's Cube and send you to jail, of course. I know, Taba Smolka, why are we still even fighting aimbots? Got me! You got me. You know, your guess is as good as mine, I'll tell you. Sheesh. Let's see. Okay, move to the side. Slim Shady, now slide to the left. Whoa, Iron Man, don't go dying on my account. Okay. Wow, I was trying to hit the robot, but I guess that was, scary. What are we doing? Capture and hold the Cosmic Cube control stations. Okay. Do I press something, or do I defeat the bad guys? Whoa! No. Do I go here first, maybe? No. Do I destroy these? No. Okay. Do I go to a certain letter first? Okay, E's doing something. Oh, it wants us to go here. Alright, Jesus. Okay, Ice Blade. We gonna be in space DLC once a day, and AIM is magically gonna be there. Exactly. AIM is going to be in Wakanda. I mean, weren't the spider robots that we saw in that Black Panther trailer already like an AIM, you know, invention? AIM made Wakandan spider bots, which is already a middle finger to anyone who doesn't own the game on PlayStation, since Spider-Man's only on PlayStation. So hey, when you play as Black Panther, you got spider robots, but not Spider-Man. And we're like, no. Mehmet Janadu, Evan, what do you think about a Daredevil game? Yes! Done answer. Finn, I don't even have to explain. Gimme. Need that in my life. Wow, this is a very exciting event, you guys. Just standing place in one section, letting the game do its job for me. Appreciate it. Yeah. Franco, if you're still here. Oh, Ghosty, those 8-day flashbacks are hitting again. Yeah. Ghosty knows. Franco, if you're still here, is your PS5 Avengers game still seeing the IP address? So, Franco, you should tweet that out and make that like a report. Like, that is unacceptable. Solomon SJ, a Black Panther game would be cool too. Yes. But again, sadly, we're not getting... That's why the Guardians of the Galaxy aren't an expansion in Avengers. They're getting their own game. So, I don't think... Even though I would love it to see a Black Panther solo game, you know, by the time they include, like, well, actually, I hope they don't, because I do want a Doctor Strange game, so I hope they actually don't include Doctor Strange in this game, simply just to give Remedy Games, the people who made Alan Wake and Control, the opportunity to make a Doctor Strange game. I need that in my life. Same with a Daredevil game, same with a solo Black Panther game, but again, given that they're already spending so much money to include Black Panther in Marvel's Avengers, I don't think that they're going to make a solo Black Panther game at this rate, because it's like too late at this point, you know? I would love it, but I don't think that's in the cards right now. Whereas Daredevil, you know, he's been a side character in like Ultimate Alliance, and he's been referenced in Spider-Man PS4, and he has his own stuff, but still never like the star of his show, you know? And Troy Baker, shout out to the main man, Peter Quill himself with that hairdo. Troy Baker is like, that's his dream. He wants to play Matt Murdock in a standalone. He's literally gone out of his way to tweet Bill Roseman to say, hey Bill, put me in the lead of a Daredevil game. He's already Bruce Banner in Avengers, but I'm like, screw that. He'd probably be way better in Daredevil game. Since he, like, I've never seen anyone, like, you know, you don't, well, I guess you could say for Nolan North as Iron Man, because he's like, in that interview with the cast reveal, he says, oh, you know, if you're offered the role of Iron Man, you can't say no. Like, oh, would you like to play the role of Tony Stark Iron Man? He's like, yes. Like, of course. So that's great, because he cares. Like, that's cool. But Troy Baker has gone on record several times adamantly saying, you know what, I want to play Matt Murdock in a Daredevil game. Give me a Daredevil game. Bill Roseman. Bill Roseman, VP of Marvel Games. Hey, Bill, make me Daredevil in a Daredevil game. Like, he said this. He has said these exact words on Twitter several times. And I've never seen that happen. Like, I've never seen, you know, even Yuri Lowenthal, our main man himself, Spider-Man, say, hey, Brian Intihar, give me Symbiote Spider-Man right now. It's like, no, because he's well aware of the story they're telling, and he loves being Spider-Man. He's very humble about the role, and he's very, just, Yuri Lowenthal's just such a god-tier person in general. He's amazing. So he doesn't have to do that. But you've never seen an adamant will to push a game the same amount that Troy Baker has done for Daredevil. I've never seen that in my life, and I need that to happen. Like, even with, I guess you could say even Kevin Conroy, Jack Daves, Troy Baker's underrated Batman, exactly. But I think I've even seen Kevin Conroy say, Jesus, am I going to die again? I've seen him say, like, hey, Rocksteady, why don't you make another Arkham game? Like, he loves playing Batman. Kevin Conroy is Batman. You know how I say, like, you guys actually say, instead of me, like, oh, Tobey Maguire's the best Spider-Man, Tom Holland's the best Spider-Man, Michael Keaton's the best Batman, Ben Affleck's the best Batman. Over here, I'm playing, like, big brain energy, and I'm over here saying, no, Mark Hamill's the Joker, Yuri Lowenthal is Spider-Man, and Kevin Conroy is Batman. Like, literally, the voice actors are more impactful for me, personally, compared to these live-action people. Like, even though I grew up with Tobey, I still love Yuri as Spider-Man instead, because just the game alone sold me on his Peter Parker, and that's how I envision Peter Parker in the comics, is through Yuri Lowenthal's performance. Like, I've gone on record saying, you know how Sean Marquette played Peter Parker in Ultimate Spider-Man, the video game? So every time I read an Ultimate Spider-Man comic, I hear Sean Marquette's voice. But when I hear Adult Spider-Man or like Core 616 main, you know, canon Spider-Man, I think of Yuri. And you could say, well, I think of Tobey in that regard, or I think of Andrew in that regard, and that's fine. And I love I love how all you guys have your own different preferences. But for me, I care about the voice actors more passionately than the main actors, because you're hearing them envelop the role in ways you wouldn't see before in the film. You know, that's why I even like Tobey Maguire sometimes handling Peter Parker more in the video games he's in compared to the movies, because he's like, oh, Fishbowl Head Mysterio or Padded Pete, the Cushion. You know, like, he's so good. He's so good in those games because it's Tobey in the role of Spider-Man, if that makes sense. You know, he's not just in a movie in the script acting as Spider-Man, but he is Spider-Man, you know? If that makes sense, I don't know. But, you know, no disrespect to the live-action actors. They're all great in their own way. I just prefer the voice actors over everyone else. Alright, we finally made it, boys. IP address Supreme in the house. Doxing Princess Supreme. I can't wait to get my info out there to get just ruined. Is she going to be tougher than Abomination? I'm actually curious to see how she's going to fare in comparison to Taskmaster in the gang, because Jesus Christ, don't put Taskmaster in this boss fight at all, I swear to God. Again, where are we? Just pixelated hell. I don't know what this is, but I guess multiple Monicas, can't go wrong with that, I guess. No, you can, because it's more Monica, more bang for your buck, more Monica for your missions, I guess. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see, I have an extra stat boost on my lasers, I think, so this should work. Again, the thing I like about the Guardians game is because you're in control of all the other characters. Like, granted, you have the AI doing their own thing, but you can say, hey, Gamora, take out this Monica over here, or hey, Rocket, use your rocket launcher on that villain over on that side, just like Mass Effect and the squad mates. So, you don't have that here with Monica, you just see the Avengers doing whatever the hell they want, and it's like, wow, I feel like I'm really teaming up with these great characters. You know, it's like, it's kind of the problem I have with the marketing of even Guardians. Like, oh, you get to feel like you're part of the Guardians. It's like, well, I want to be the Guardians. That's what a video game does. You feel like you're part of the Guardians by simply watching the movie or going to a theme park, you know? I want to be the Guardians. I want to be Star-Lord, which you are, but I also want to be Rocket and Groot. But again, if you have to sacrifice an element of the game to just give me a solid single-player experience like Mass Effect, then fine. I can deal with that. And I'm actually curious to see exactly how far they're going to flesh out Peter's, you know, Star-Lord's moveset in comparison to the Avengers game. Oh boy! I already died. Great. I guess I got down those other two. No! Wait a minute. Did I get down those other times? I don't think so. So it's a one and done type of kill here? Okay. This is my first time playing the boss fight, so I have to get used to her attack patterns. But, you know what I mean? Like, you feel like you're part of the Avengers by playing her, Kamala Khan, because you're in their world. Like, that was the whole A-Day part, you know? Like, oh, I'm part of the Avengers. I'm in their world. No. Do you want to feel like you're part of Spider-Man's world when you're playing Spider-Man PS4? To quote Brian Fragile Eagle Intihar, hell no. You want to be Spider-Man. You want to be Miles Morales. You want to be the character you're paying the money to buy the game for. You want to be Spider-Man. You want to be the Guardian. So I don't know what they have to do to kind of make that shift in development in the vision. But again, I think choosing Star-Lord in comparison to what we got here with the Avengers is a good sign, or at least it's a good decision on my perspective, because I'm curious to see how far fleshed out they can make Peter's playstyle in comparison to all the Avengers. Or some of them do feel a bit the same. Excuse me, but I don't know. They have to really prove it and sell me on that regard, you know. And I guess you could say that with MJ, like when you play as Mary Jane in Spider-Man PS4, yeah, then you feel like you're part of Spider-Man's world because you're a regular person in this superhero world, you know. But I don't want to feel like I'm part of Peter Parker's world when playing the game. I am Peter Parker. I am Spider-Man. I am this hero. I am the sensational Spider-Man. I am the amazing wall crawler. I am the menace of New York from J. Jonah Jameson's perspective, the scumbag. But, you know, like that. So that's the problem they have to fix. So, I don't know. So for Avengers, you know, you feel like the Avengers, sure. But do you really, in the way that this game is structured in the live service element? I don't think so. Not in my senses, anyway. God damn, Monica, please. Do I even have any chance of beating her with this? I don't know even what's going on. Devon Crawford, hey Evan, have you seen Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart? So, Devon, yes I have. I have seen the entire game through cutscenes on YouTube because I don't have the game on my PS5, or I don't even have a PS5, so I can't play the game. So, whoa, okay. Okay, so this is like a one-shot kill type of thing. So I don't know what we have to do to avoid that. Alright, weird. But yeah, I have seen the game. I haven't seen a full playthrough of the game, but I have seen like the beginning, the middle, and the end through cutscenes, the Emperor Nefarious stuff. I've seen Kit and Rivet, you know, and Ratchet and Clank, Rivet, and Kit. And it looks amazing. It looks incredible. That should be proof to any of you out there who are doubting, you know, Spider-Man 2 should be a cross-gen game, just like Miles Morales. I'm like, no, it should not. Embrace next-gen to the max, please. That's the whole reason why next-gen exists. That's the whole reason why people just spent $400 to $500 for a new console. And if they don't like it, then what's the point? I guess I have to hide behind these pillars. Maybe that's why. To go and defeat Monica when she does that the one-shot kill move. Let's see. Yo, Evan, new Game Informer is issue for Guardians. Yes, I know. Spider-Man Gamer 782. I wanted to cover. I was in the middle of, you know, looking at that and thinking, well, should I do this for the stream or should I talk about Guardians? But then they talked about the whole IP address issue. Like, no, I have to talk about this. This is too big of a problem to oversee. And I'm like, well, should I do a video about it? You know, like a separate standalone video? And I thought, no, I'll just do a stream playing the new Monica Villain Sector while talking about the news. Therefore, I kill two birds with one stone. Hopefully, you guys, again, leave a like on the stream if you're enjoying it. And just, again, I'm taking a risk. I'm taking quite a big risk for playing the stream right now with this possibility of a glitch to appear on the screen. Right now, again, I'm playing on my PS4 Pro, so I don't see any issues. We're just trying to take on Monica right now. Right now, throughout this entire mission, we've just done the same exact crap of just going through the aim bases, taking out enemies, and now we're just fighting a human villain instead of a giant foe like Taskmaster or Abomination. It's just this normal person with multiple versions of herself, so whatever that means. But yeah, you know, leave a like. I would appreciate it. That would mean a lot to me if you could. Spider-Man Gamer 72. Did I read it? No, not yet, because I've been doing this. I've been going over this, and I mainly like to read my Game Informer issues there. So we have to hide behind the pillar to fight her. That's kind of stupid. I don't know why you can't just fight her as is, but whatever. No, I mainly like reading the Game Informer issues physically compared to digitally. But if there's any massive new info, like, oh, Thanos confirmed as the main villain, you know, obviously he's not. I mean, fun fact, he was already confirmed in the game's profiles for the Guardians about Drax, because apparently Drax fought Thanos in this game's universe, and he beat him, but he doesn't know if he killed him or not. So that's an interesting dilemma. So again, like, say for example, I keep mixing up the two names. Adam Warlock and Michael Korvac are the two main villains of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a huge, you know, news bomb, so of course I'll talk about that. But right now, from what I've heard, it seems like it's more the same. And to be fair, we already know a lot about Guardians. I mean, we saw a story trailer, we saw a developer interview talking about the game, we know it's not live service, not multiplayer, not co-op, no DLC, no microtransactions, single-player, story-driven, third-person action-adventure, not necessarily open world, and only Star-Lord playables. There's a lot we know already, right? So we know a lot about the game. I appreciate them for taking the initiative to tell more about it. But I have to wait and see, or I have to look further and see exactly if the Game Informer has more info about the Guardians compared to what we have now. How much? See, I can't see. They're all dead. So that is. Oh, I see. The only reason why I died those other times is because my other teams got knocked down. That's kind of stupid. And I don't know how you're supposed to hide behind everything if she just defeats the pillar in that 1 second. That's kind of sus or skeptical a bit. So yeah, what I need to know more about is I need to see more about the game. From the Game Informer in terms of the Milano starship. Like, can we customize the Milano? Like the Normandy, you can customize elements of the Normandy starship in Mass Effect. Can we talk to our squad mates inside the Milano in between missions, which I think we can, because why the hell not? And is there any benefit to doing certain choices compared to just seeing the game or playing the game linearly without talking to your squad? So that's what we have to find out. Spider-Man Gamer 728, you can play music in the ship. Awesome. Sweet. So, again, I hate to compare it, but again, like Mass Effect, you can play that in your captain's quarters. So cool, you can play, like, I'm assuming licensed 80s music in the Milano, or I know there's the option you can do the DMCA version where you don't have to play licensed music in the game. You can just play it normal, like, rock 80s heavy metal music, which is cool. Yeah, Jack Dave's biggest question of importance: can we romance Groot? I need to know this. Yeah, can we romance even Gamora? I would like to see that. Because I know, funny enough, you can do that in the Telltale game. You can choose to romance or choose to state your feelings for Gamora in the Telltale game at some point during the story. But yeah, give me those impactful, you know, alien relationship banging-esque Shepard style choices, please. Because if you, say for example, if you played Mass Effect, you know what I'm talking about. If you were male Shepard and you did not romance Tali, I am offended. Or if you were FemShep like me and you did not romance Garrus, then I'm also offended. I mean, Jennifer Hale herself, female Shepard, says that she thinks Garrus and Shepard are canon. So therefore it's canon, and I don't want to hear any other scenario. That is unacceptable for anyone else to state this. You guys are gonna die. Guys, come on now. What are you doing?
You can't resist her.
So what's gonna happen? Do I have to defeat her by the time that I lose these 4 pillars? Because if this 4th pillar is down, I don't know how to bring it back. I don't know how to defeat these damn Monicas. There's so many of them. It's insane. Let's see. Any other questions you guys have? And did you heard that appearance? Wait. That apparently the Dead Space revival is in the works and that it will be showcased in a EA Play. I would like that. I've said on record though, I'm such a crybaby punk that Dead Space was. Why am I locked onto this enemy? I'm trying to fly away. Damn. Dead Space was a game that I played back when it first came out, mainly Dead Space 2, and that was one of the games I was most terrified of, like the alien monsters and stuff. I couldn't get through it for some reason. I was terrified of like all the creepy aliens and stuff. But if they remake it, I'm like, great. This would be a good chance for me to try out the games, because I did the same thing for Mass Effect. Like I haven't played Mass Effect since Mass Effect 3 came out in 2012. So replaying it with the Legendary Edition was excellent. So I need to try it again. Or I need to play through the trilogy. Yeah, there's 3 Dead Spaces, right? There's 1, 2, and 3. So I need to play through the trilogy for the first time to see how exactly it is. Because I know people like those games. And they are pretty well received, I think. So I think it'd be a good time if they release like a remastered version of it to play it for the channel. Or maybe the channel, but mainly just for myself. Jesus, Monica, how many more people do we have to fight? Coda Comics, this boss fight looks like hell. Did they even playtest this at all? No, I don't think so. Monica's literally just bum rushing everything I do. And that's not a sign of a good boss fight. Which, Game of the Year 2021, Persona 5 Strikers does an incredible job with making visceral boss fights. Which is my personal pick for Game of the Year. Because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing when it comes to action-adventure, combat-centric style gameplay mechanics. And it works wonders for stuff like that. With sections of the boss fight where they have new mechanics, new types of phases, what they call them, you know, where they unlock new moves and new types of things in the combat style mode that you wouldn't normally expect from a boss that's not just spamming buttons, that actually has layers to it that makes you feel like you're making impactful strategic moves when fighting enemies. This is no. And again, you would think, oh, this is the one that's going to get people back into the game, right? Because it's a boss fight. It's not just a limited time event like the Red Room or the Tachyon Anomaly event. No, it's a boss, and it's terrible. So, yeah, not a fan of that whatsoever. Monica, can you please not, like, God, I need to recharge because I don't have enough ranged attacks to fight her. So I gotta like punch her, I guess. Where is she going? I don't understand where her little minions are. Her little mini selves. Okay. But then I don't understand. She's right here. We have to fight her and destroy her. But then if she gets too powered up, we die. And this goes away. Okay, so now there's no more. There's no more pillars, so I don't understand what we do next. Next time we get shot, we're gonna die. I'm assuming. Unless, I don't know. Wait, yeah, see? She's just gonna kill us. So do we have to defeat her while those 4 pillars are still up? That doesn't make any sense. Jesus. Okay. God. The Deadly 8. Evan, when you finish this mission, talk to Hank Pym. When you talk to him, a cutscene will appear. Okay. Thank you, the Deadly 8. Great. Good to know. Thank you. God damn. Alright. Take 3? Is this? Yeah. So we have to defeat her while these little pillars are still up, I'm assuming. Unless I'm wrong. And I just suck. L in the chat, I guess. Leave a like for my scrub gaming methods. I would appreciate it. I'm a normie, I bet. But, you know what? I'm trying. Damn. And guys, let me know if you're in the comment section, if you're playing the game, let me know your thoughts. If you're even playing the new Villain Sector, if you like the Monica Edition, if you are not experiencing the doxing glitch, if you're enjoying the game. Hell, maybe you think Marvel's Avengers is Game of the Year 2020 and 2021. I don't know. I'm personally very let down by the status of the game, and I think it should get a complete overhaul. But knowing where it is now as a live service, there's nothing else that we can do about it. So it's like, again, I brought this up in my videos, it's like too little too late. Like, the damage is done. I don't know what else they can do to make people come back for it or do something else that'll get people intrigued in the game any more than it is now. So, and again, you could say, oh, Black Panther will do that, Spider-Man will do that, but really? I don't know. I don't know if a character by themselves will do enough to bring back the game in like a huge format. Damn. See, again, that makes no sense, because I can't play, like, a Mass Effect, you can control where your characters go. I don't have enough of my intrinsic ability to use as ranged attacks. I can't get up close because then she'll kill me in one shot. I can't beat her up now because she's in the shield. I can't use my ultimate or support or assault ability because they're still charging, because it takes forever, freaking 50 hours for them to charge. So I can't do anything to her, so I don't understand. Jack, endgame content like raids would be nice. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Or just engaging multiplayer combat, like co-op mode that doesn't just restrict to certain missions. The Mega Hives would be fun if the combat was fun, but it's not. Even new characters like leveling up Black Panther by the time he releases will be fun enough. But by the time I fully finish leveling him up, that's it. I'm not going to complete the game, or I'm not going to keep playing the game by the time that he's included. I'm just going to probably level him up to max hero level, not power level, but hero level to get all the main upgrades, and then beat the claw stuff, and then that's it. Then I'll go back to Spider-Man or Genshin Impact or Mass Effect or anything else, and just say sayonara until they include Spider-Man. That's not good. It's not a good look for the game, for a live service game. Michael Courtney, hey Evan, do you think there should be a Street Fighter style Iron Fist game? Well, that would just be a Marvel fighting game, which is rumored, again, not leaked, but there's like rumors that Ed Boon could make a game like that, like a Marvel fighting game, and if they do that, then yeah, Iron Fist should be one of the main characters. But right now, no. If they do an Iron Fist style Street Fighter game, then they should just make a Marvel fighting game. I'm not playing it all because I'm too scared to play it and not even streaming it. Yeah, see, that's exactly right. People are even scared to play the game right now because of what is happening with the doxing problem. That is not good. Imagine being imagine being afraid to play a big AAA Marvel game in the scale of this. Okay, I'm in my Hulk Buster, so if she kills me, that's madness. Thank God. Fuck. So she... Come on, it took... You see how long it took for him to get the Hulk Buster? I was trying to do the rocket move to attack her, so she already took out another pillar. So I'm already, like... I lost my chance there. Jesus Christ. If I can't defeat her, I'm just done. And it's not a rage quit, it's just that I got stuff to do. But it's like, God damn, this is not as exciting as I expected it to be, or at least I expected it to be at least a bit more different than what we've seen in the past. But right now, Jesus Christ. Where is she? Let's see. Michael Courtney Hammond, what if Mortal Kombat crossed over with Soul Calibur? I think that'd be impossible because Bandai Namco and NetherRealm are two completely different developers and companies, and the business dealings to make that happen is already insane enough as it is. But as I've said, give me a Soul Calibur Marvel fighting game, not NetherRealm, not Capcom, because we have Marvel vs. Capcom. No, Bandai Namco 3D fighting style Soul Calibur Marvel game. Give me that now, please. I would love it. Code of Comics, Kyle, it's not worth it for the blue, purple gear. Oh, you would get anyway. Yeah, I don't even care about the gear. The gear is like the last important factor in the entire game because you're just getting like a stat sheet. Like, oh, because it's not cosmetic. So all you're really doing is just getting the best numbers on your character. And it doesn't do anything. Unlike Genshin Impact, where you have to make different gear sets for each character because, oh, you know, I'm gonna make a DPS character, meaning damage per second, so they're gonna be like my tank. Or I gotta make a support character to heal my team. Or I gotta make a good special move character to increase their special move abilities, right? So that's all important for Genshin Impact, and each character has a different moveset. It does not, like, would you play as a ranged Hulk? No, I don't think so. I would just play as Hulk smashing everybody to pieces, because that's what he's supposed to do. It's not about how can I build up my Iron Man, it's about how should Iron Man play, you know? Like, because all the characters in Genshin Impact have their own special traits and moves that make them different and important in their own way. Avengers is like, whatever. Hulk smashes, Iron Man laser blasts, and Captain America is patriotic, I guess, you know? This is just... and all I'm doing right now is spamming square, by the way. I have no intricate move set planned out to face off Monica in this boss fight. It's just spamming one button to press another button. And goddamn, if she's not super annoying with those one-shot kill moves. Why is it a one-shot kill, and why are there only 4 chances to kill her? That makes no sense. Or to defeat her. Let's see. Blasty, I have done well in my art and Spanish class. Now I have got a week until Spanish, English too. Congrats, Blasty. Good for you. I'm proud of you, buddy. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing well. Me, even though I said, you guys should know me if you watch my previous Persona 5 Royal video, which I had a lot of fun doing. I got A+ in my whole class for that philosophical rhetoric of popular culture, and in my whole class I got 4.0 GPA over the spring semester, but now I am still doing a bit of summer classes stuff, just a little, you know, boost in the resume sheet type thing. And, you know, I'm taking online classes too, Blasty, so we're in the same boat, so I'm glad you're doing well. I'm proud of you. Not that you need help, because I'm sure you're doing fantastic. Let's see. The Cosmos game. Evan, wouldn't Insomniac Avengers game be good? I love that. I love in the sense that it's sad that people say, hey, you know, they should just let Insomniac do all the Marvel games. It's like, again, I've discussed this, but there's literally so many factors as to why that can't happen. First off, Insomniac is a first-party studio, so they cannot make any game that is not owned by PlayStation, meaning that every game that they make is now a first-party game, right? And the only first-party property that they have the license to use for is Spider-Man, because he's owned by Sony. What the hell's Hawkeye doing? I'm down, bro. Where is he? Are they gonna kill Hawkeye? Dude, the AI in this game is just so busted. Oh god. Okay. I can't even call upon him towards me because he's just getting decimated over there. Let's see. No. So again, a Marvel's Avengers game developed by Insomniac can legally not happen, because no matter what game they make, it has to be a PlayStation exclusive. Meaning that if they were to make Avengers, the entirety of Avengers, not just Spider-Man and Avengers, but the whole Avengers game would need to be a PlayStation exclusive. So, I mean, it could happen, but mainly they have the gaming rights and movie rights for Spider-Man. It's just Sony as a company. Only Spider-Man. That's why Spider-Man's exclusive for Avengers only on PlayStation. And not Avengers as a whole game is exclusive PlayStation. So no, I'm saying it'd be cool, but no. In an ideal world, though, sure, why not? Let them handle every single Marvel game. But then that kind of kills creative freedom. Like, I'm excited to see what Eidos Montreal is going to do for the Guardians, but I just hope it doesn't fall into the same pitfalls that we see for Avengers. That's the big problem. So already I've died 4 times. That's a good sign. Can't wait to die a 5th. And if I do, I might just end the game or the stream. So far, no IP address problems, because I'm playing on my PS4 instead of PS5. So that's okay. But still, it's a little bit sad that that's even a problem in the first place. Let's see. What if Spider-Man 2 had an Avengers cameo? If you mean like an Avengers game cameo? Well, no, because they've already confirmed that they're in separate universes. But we already saw the Avengers Tower, you know, be referenced in Spider-Man PS4, so that's a good sign. If you're liking the possibility of an MGU, but again, they've already kind of killed that dream for us. So, no. But if they reference Avengers Tower again in the sequel, that'd be cool. But I'm just curious to see exactly what other types of things they can reference. Remember, there's also that rumor that the sequel might take place in Tokyo, not even in New York anymore, but it might even take place in a whole different country. So that'd be interesting. I don't know if it'll happen though, but I'm curious to see exactly how that'll turn out. Deadly, don't you think a teaser for Spider-Man could happen just like God of War, just logo? I actually mentioned this on Twitter, Deadly 8. I agree with you. I think that'd be a cool move for them to do. God, Iron Man, you're aiming the wrong way. You're not even aiming at her. Dude, what is happening? I'm trying to move the stick to the right. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. How? That's the only question I have. How? You know what? Can I let me check something. Look, I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move for a second. Let me check really quick. Nick Storm, I'm terrified for you as well because I don't want that glitch to pop up for you. Anyone in chat? Exactly. Yeah. So luckily I haven't seen it yet. So if it does, again, the second that happens, I'm gonna turn off the stream and delete it from the archives. But you know what? Pro gamer move. Check this out. Ready? Are you guys ready for this? Let's see. I'm assuming this means villains or enemies. Power level of enemies, modifying their offensive. Yeah. No, I'll be a bit more reasonable than easy. Right now, let's see. No, not return to the Quinjet. Yeah, normal. I was doing it on hard because I thought it was cool enough. Right now, I'll stick with normal. See how that works. Let's see. Franco broke it. Yes, exactly. I don't understand how this is supposed to be fair if she just one-shots the entire team in one blast of her little Rubik's Cube ability. Michael Courtney Heaven, DC could possibly do an original gaming universe. Well, Michael, they already confirmed that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is confirmed to the Arkhamverse. So that already is kind of like the DC gaming universe for the games. And then Warner Bros. Montreal, not Eidos Montreal, Warner Bros. Montreal is weird. All these game companies are in or in Montreal, I should say. Warner Bros. Montreal is saying that Gotham Knights is in their own universe, and they made clear like they might continue it after Gotham Knights. So there's a potential Gotham Knights gaming universe, and then a Suicide Squad, Arkham, Rocksteady gaming universe for DC. So that'll be interesting. How that'll fare. I'm concerned about Suicide Squad for now, but at the very least, I think the gameplay will be fun because Rocksteady makes great playing games. But I don't know why in God's green earth they were tasked to make a Suicide Squad game instead of a Superman game. That is some donkey nuts right there. I don't understand why they weren't just given the freedom to do a, what do you call it? A Superman game. It's crazy. Imagine Rocksteady doing a Superman game. They'd be the perfect developer. And I'm sure they can handle it. It's so hard to make a Superman game, I know, but Rocksteady, literally, all they can make is, because this is the thing, what Michael was asking earlier, like, wouldn't it be cool if Insomniac would make an Avengers game? Yeah, but again, they're not legally obligated to do it because they're owned by Sony now, or PlayStation now, and they can only make first-party games. That includes Spider-Man and some other characters and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Rocksteady, just like, you know, Crystal Dynamics is a subsidiary company for Square Enix, meaning that whatever game they make, they have to do whatever Square Enix says, pretty much. Or they're under that Square Enix umbrella, right? So whatever they make is part of the Square Enix thing. So Rocksteady is owned by Warner Bros., but specifically, they're owned by DC in Warner Bros. So no matter what game Rocksteady makes, it has to be a DC game. I know they made some other games in the past before they did Batman, but you know, it wasn't as big as what Batman is. So, Jesus Christ, how are you supposed to defeat this damn boss with only 4 of the pillars? And all my teammates are dead, so one-shotting everybody is still a problem here. I don't understand why. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. I'm in the time bubble. Yeah, I find that very strange. Weird psychedelic thing. But oh well, you know what? I don't know, you guys. It's very sad, you know, because you would think an Avengers game of this scale, this magnitude, would be like, yes, sweet, Marvel, games, Avengers, let's frickin' go, new update, can't wait to play, can't wait to defeat the boss, let's frickin' do this, and then it just turns out like, either A, no one cares, or B, we get stuff like this with the doxing glitch that just ruins it for everybody, and that's sad. It's crazy. But I don't know. It's very perplexing to see exactly how far the game has fallen. And again, anyone defending it, you got to be realistic. You could be optimistic about it, maybe, at the very least, sure, but you can't let this thing slide. You can't let stuff like this slide on such a big scale. Smooth Panda, how long does it take never mind. Dawn Strong, this boss is just... Yes, it is. I can't say that, otherwise I'm gonna get demonetized. But Dill Pickle, me and my homies don't like Avengers. Gotcha, understood. Yeah, I can understand why. I definitely understand why. Look how little damage I'm doing on her. And my Iron Man, look at this, by the way. Just very quickly, if I'm not... Well, actually, I don't want to get hit if I'm going to get caught in her crossfire. Look at my gear, by the way. 150 max power level with champion level 1, but hero level 50, power level 150. I'm maxed out. What level is she? 1? Oh, okay. Well, she's level 140? Why? It said in the frickin' map that it was less than 20 power level. I remember that clearly. Danny Patak, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was better than this game, and I remember people hating on that because it didn't look realistic. Yeah, I played Ultimate Alliance, so I don't have a Nintendo Switch, but I was at E3 2019, and there they had a demo booth of Ultimate Alliance 3 there to try out, and it was super fun. It may have not been like, you know, as amazing as Spider-Man, of course, but it was fun, and the style of the graphics were really good. And the combat was interesting, and I liked playing as the different characters, and, you know, the environments were well detailed, and the voice acting was fun. The bosses were, you know, it encouraged you to play with your teammates, to collaborate with them. And even in that game is taking like a hybrid Mass Effect. Oh my god, okay, great job, Iron Man, falling into the black hole. Really like that. Psych, no I don't. But, you know, in that game, you can choose your character, like, oh, I can play as Spider-Man, or I can play as Black Panther, I can play as Iron Man, I can play as the Guardians. And Ultimate Alliance, because you can play as everybody, you know? So that is a game I like in the sense of it knows what it wants to be. But it doesn't try and be something it's not, you know? Whereas Guardians, it's just trying to do something simple, you know? It's not anything too wild out there, like, oh, we've never seen a single-player Marvel game before. No, we've seen them. But now they're knowing what to focus on for Star-Lord and the Guardians. So that at least is a plus sign. Seriously, how much longer? I'm gonna die. Bye! What is happening, guys? Oh my god. I know I didn't hide behind the pillar, but Jesus. Heaven, should we have a Jump Force game made by Bandai Namco? Well, wait. Wasn't Jump Force made by Bandai Namco? Do you mean a Marvel-style Jump Force game? The only reason why I would ever want to play Jump Force is because Deku is in it from... I love him. But, even then it can't, fix how bad that game is. That's another game that's severely unpolished. Alright, so I'm going to do another pro gamer move here. I'm going to make the difficulty easy. Brutal, hell no. No, sorry. Easy mode. What's it from the Neversoft Spider-Man game? Kid mode. Where's Kid mode? Give me that. Please. Oh, God. Okay. Please, just Monica, come on. I don't want to do this. This is very boring me and just not as fun as I thought it would be. Oh, boy. Okay. 100 people in the stream, by the way. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday and enjoying the Marvel's Avengers content, I suppose, with Monica Rappaccini in the villain sector for Avengers, for the Cosmic Cube. If you missed out earlier in the stream, we talked about the huge drama that occurred with the doxing situation, with the glitch that's occurring for PlayStation 5 users and potentially PS4 users like myself. I haven't seen anything yet, but I'm taking the risk of streaming the game regardless. For your guys' sake, just to encourage you to not do what I'm doing right now. Meaning, don't even play the game. There's a difference between not streaming and not playing the game. Streaming is if you have an online platform like Twitch or YouTube to play the game on publicly and could get a potential lack of people watching your stuff. I know I'm so close to getting killed, but I need to get these shots in. No, no, no. I thought it was behind the pillar, but whatever. Also great. One-shot kill, excellent, fantastic. Resident Evil player, Evan, how do you feel about the Wasteland Patrol? Don't care in the slightest, my guy. Not a care in the world for me in the slightest. I'm sorry. It just looked like more of the same. You just explore the biomes and defeat enemies. What's new? This was supposed to be the big new thing because it's a boss fight. The other thing is just... I don't know. It's just more nonsense. Also, Monica, please, why are you killing me so brutally? Oh, man. Deadly 8, I was in the middle of your question. I didn't continue. Sorry, I'm not good at streams. This should be a given. Also, I love how the game was just visually glitched. So good, or just blurry as all hell. Let me know your question again, and I can try and answer it. Danny Patak, I wonder what other Marvel games are being made. UA3 was a surprise at the Game Awards, so maybe we'll get something this year too. I know, I love that. And that was a cool surprise for Ultimate Alliance 3 back then. And I'm very curious to see exactly after Spider-Man 2, of course, and this, what's going to be happening. Yee, you can't even get past this, but you have a lot to say. You're damn right I do. Did you not see the giant glitch doxing that happened online today? That's a big talking point. And also just the fact that this game's boss fight is incredibly poorly balanced is not good, to say the least. I literally have tried everything I can. I literally decreased the difficulty from hard to easy, and it's still so goddamn boring. Oh my god. Let's see. Rob Forbes, what is happening? Not much, dude. Sorry, but not a lot. I would love the Daredevil game. Where is that? Exactly, Lewis Cox. I would love to see it too. Ben M, have I watched the MODOK show? No, I have not. I know, what's his name? Remy the Rat from Ratatouille voices him. Patton Oswalt. I know he voices MODOK, but I haven't gotten around to seeing it because it's on Hulu, and I don't have Hulu. I do have Netflix, though. And we recently just signed up for Disney Plus, which is cool, but nothing too massive. Tony, why are you shooting? Okay. Yeah. Ugh. You see that? I don't understand why they don't automatically hide behind the pillar. And Tony ran out of his goddamn laser blast so quickly that I can't fight Monica up close because then she'll just kill me in one shot. And then everyone just died, so I can't count on my team to revive me. I can't place them behind the pillars because there's no command to do that. It's so odd. I don't know why they're doing that. Let's see. Oh boy. Anthony Molina, hey Evan, do you think we'll be able to play Miles in Spider-Man 2? Or would it be nice to switch between characters like Rockstar does in Grand Theft Auto, I'm assuming? I think they'll go the Rockstar route, although, you know, there's a lot of talk of, great, Invisible Kate again, there's a lot of talk, oh, they're gonna do a, you know, what do you call it? Co-op game for Spider-Man 2. And I'm like, they could. There actually is a very highly likely chance that they could do that. I hope they stick single player, though. That just works the best for a character like Spider-Man. And you can choose, I would hope, like you just said, switch between Miles or Peter on the fly in the city, doing whatever it is you want them to do. And control them seamlessly. Because that's, look at the Ratchet & Clank SSD factor. Like, you're literally going in between worlds in seconds in Rift Apart. There's no loading times at all. You're just in one world, you take a Rift, you're in the next world, and no loading time, no pause, no lag whatsoever. It's instantaneous, and that's insane. So for the PS5, for next gen only, again, Spider-Man 2 only on PS5, they should do where you can switch between Peter and Miles, both as Spider-Man, mainly with black suit Spider-Man, Peter Parker style, and instantly go into... Why are you locking on to Monica, Tony? What are you doing? Instantly go to the other character that you're going to play as in seconds without needing to worry about loading or anything. You see how dumb this is? I landed a rocket on Monica and that did no damage. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand if it's my teammates not falling up the slack. I think they're high enough level, though, so that shouldn't be a problem. Like, I don't know what's going on. So, I'm literally at the easiest level difficulty, and she's still whooping me senseless. So, that's insane. I don't know. You have to actually stop her using a super move. Yeah, well, Tava, that's easier said than done, but I will try my best. God damn. That is some crazy stuff. I have to take out this version of her, and then I'll use my, what do you call it? The iron, the Hulkbuster armor for Tony to use on her. But Jesus Christ. Deadly 8, it's about Spider-Man 2 teaser, Evan. Yes, if you're saying... Dude, I've seen you spam this comment 1,000 times. You should probably stop. It's kind of getting annoying. I've already said, and we've already talked about Spider-Man 2 a lot. If it's coming out, it's obviously coming out. But if we could see a reveal for it this year, I think maybe during the Game Awards or a Sony State of Play that might happen in July. It'll happen. Just chill out. Don't worry. We've already kind of gone over that several times. So, relax. Let's see. Ryan K can stop her from using it attack right before. You mean if I wallop on her long enough, then she will stop? I guess. I don't know. I have to try. Doctor Strange game would be cool. And a TV show, video game, what would you do? Oh, well, I would easily do... Oh, make a Spider-Man show or a video game. Oh, I read like 2 questions at once. Sorry. Okay. I trust Brian Itar fully. No, my God. Okay. This is starting to get annoying. I would trust Brian Itar and both Brian's, Brian Horton and Brian Itar at Insomniac to make every next Spider-Man game. I don't know if I would trust myself with a Spider-Man game, even though that would be a dream. But a show, I would just make it like Tenace Season 2, pretty much. A more mature, thematically adult-oriented Spider-Man cartoon that focuses on the duality of Spider-Man and Peter Parker in a really intense way. And just really dive deep into that struggle that he has as Peter and Spider-Man in a way we've never really seen before. And Doctor Strange game, yes, need that, of course. That's a given. That's a fact. And cue the ever-timely phone call during the stream. Can't go with one without one, of course. Sorry, guys, can't do anything about it. That's just how it is here at the house. Let's see. Deadly 8, you're fine. Don't worry. I'm just saying that we've kind of... You don't have to apologize. I'm just saying that we've talked a lot about Spider-Man 2 in several different ways and reveals and story implementations and narrative aspects and stuff like that. There's a lot. We know a lot, so it's fine. Jesus. Okay, why are you not locking on? Okay, I don't want you to lock on forever, Tony, but just hit the person right in front of you. Is that hard? I don't understand. God, okay, just take the lasers, please. Great, lasers do no damage whatsoever. Great. Oh boy. Okay, I don't have any... Damn it, I don't have my Hulkbuster out. I don't know how she died so quickly. God, okay. As you can see, no damage done whatsoever. And my whole team is dead. Great. This is monotonously bad. And I don't know if she's always supposed to be at hero level 140, or it's because I started the game mission at hard mode, but I don't know. This is pathetic, in my opinion. I don't know. And I'll do the frickin' Hulkbuster again, but I have to save it off for when she unloads the shield. I don't understand how you can defeat her any way else. Oh, man. Yeah, Chuano-san. Hey, Evan, do you think this game will get its plug pulled after Spider-Man's release? I honestly think so. I know that's mean to say, but they can't keep doing stuff like this. This is not a game that can be allowed to continue on the track that it's at right now. It's not feasible for them. They can't keep sinking. They can't keep sinking money into a sinking ship, and it's just not worth it, in my opinion, to keep it going. God damn. My God, this is sheesh. I don't know why it's a one-shot kill for her Mega Blast move. That's kind of stupid. I'm just going to wail on her the next time she goes and throws down the shield, because I don't know what else to do at this point. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit too late at this point to have it keep being added with content. And again, they said that under the assumption that they thought they were going to make a lot of money, that this was going to be the best-selling... Remember, I reported on this, that the, what do you call it? The president and CEO of Square Enix himself, Yosuke Matsuda, name drop, directly stated before the game released that he believed that Marvel's Avengers was going to completely outperform, outsell, and out-review the Marvel Spider-Man game, the first one, Spider-Man PS4, and the freaking Batman Arkham games. He said this. Oh my god, Tony, Jesus. He said this aware of the implications of what he was saying. And it's just sad. Okay, I'm just gonna wallop her because I don't know what else to do at this point. And dead. Bye. Infinite black hole of nothing. Great. Yeah, so he said this thinking the game would be great. And clearly it's not, and clearly there's a lot of issues with it. So, again, for its live service nature, it already lost $60 to $70 million in developer profit. So, no, I would say do not do that. Don't keep investing in the game. Release Spider-Man, release Black Panther, and then afterwards stop. I think stopping that would be the best situation to do at this point. Jesus Christ, take 50,000. Monica, I don't know what's going on, so I literally did everything. I'm really doing everything I can at this point. This is getting a little bit annoying. Let's see. Tamiya said, time to call it quits. No, this is a pro gamer move. I have to show my stuff. I have to prove I'm a MLG player by defeating Monica and all her frame-dropping glory. Oh my god, the frames are so bad. No, I have to prove myself. This is... Plus, I gotta see what the Hank Pym cutscene is for this dumb inclusion. If I die... I mean, we've almost been streaming for almost 2 hours. So, if it gets to a point where I have to get off, then sure, I'll do that. But right now, I'll try and keep doing my best. I gotta give it my all, you guys, you know? So, if that includes dying 1,000 times for Monica just to try and get my team up, then by all means. Jesus Christ, there's no way to avoid... And why don't the pillars recharge? Why is it like a one-and-done type thing? So I'm gonna save the Hulkbuster for when main Monica is here, because right now I can't do anything. Wait, do I have the artifact that I use? I didn't even check. Let's see, I'm not even using that. What's my artifact? Okay, well then, okay, let me use my damn artifact for once I see... You know, let me try it now, actually. Yeah, let's try this. I never use the artifact because it never matters in the grand scheme of things. But for this, I guess it does. Leo, I'm excited for Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad, but I really want the new Batman solo game, Arkham Knight. It's already 6 years old. Oh, I see. You want a new solo Batman game like Arkham Knight. I gotcha. I mean, yeah, I find it weird that Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad are kind of both team-centric. You know? Whereas it made sense for Square Enix to do it because they're literally just trying to profit off the most financially profitable thing for Marvel. So, oh, let's do these team games. So here's Marvel's Avengers. Here's the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I can guarantee you the next thing they might do is Marvel's X-Men. Or here's Marvel's Fantastic Four. Here's Marvel's Defenders. You know? I can see them doing a team game. They're not going to do like Marvel's Daredevil or Marvel's Moon Knight. You know, they have to do these team-centric games because that's the format they've chosen. So... DC, with Gotham Knights, I understand it's a bit weird, but it's not live service, which is good, but I do find it strange that a Batman game is focusing on the sidekicks instead of Batman himself, which is a bit odd. Whether it's good or not, we'll have to wait and see, but, you know, that one's a bit confusing. And then Suicide Squad? Why? I don't get this recent push towards the Suicide Squad in terms of hype. There's the movie, which they're getting 2 movies where, you know... They had the first one from David Ayer, and then they have the second one from James Gunn, where they just released a trailer for it today, by the way, which I haven't seen yet. I hear people like it, though, which is a good sign. You know, this game, the movie, and I'm sure there's an animated thing, too. Okay, please, Iron Man, come on. Literally do this. Oh my god, stop building up the damn Hulkbusters. Demolish her, please. God, I only got like half of her health. That wasn't even half. That was just less than half. Jesus Christ. Why doesn't that just eradicate her at all? I don't understand. Oh, God. Okay. This is, ugh. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys an ultimatum. I'm gonna stream until 2 hours pass. And if I still haven't beaten her, then I'm gonna call it quits. Franco, no! I don't need help. I can do this MLG Pro Gamer move all by myself. I can do this. I also don't understand why it takes so long for the ultimate abilities to recharge. Why the hell does it take so long? It's way too long for them to do that. Let's see here. Deswan James, why do you keep playing if you don't like the game? Okay. Deswan, I don't think you understand the premise of a content creator, first off. Second off, I've already said it's not really about the villain sector, it's about the news regarding the doxing, which is a huge problem that you should definitely be informed about. Third off, it's a new piece of content, so I have to mandatorily cover it for the channel. That's literally my entire channel is about Marvel games. Fourth off, because I can do what I want. So, that's it. And if you don't like it, leave, but mainly it's to just describe about the current circumstance about Marvel games as a company, the game as a whole, where we stand with Avengers, how the current public is determining it. And if you're someone who's defending the game, or likes the game for what it is, you have to see the massive flaws that there are for it. So, I don't know what to tell you at that point. Yeah. Deshaun James, yeah, to be honest, bro, Black Panther is the only hope for the game. Exactly. Even I did my video, which is, again, about Marvel's Avengers on my channel, which you can check out, because I'm a content creator for Marvel games, so I don't know why you're surprised about that, about Black Panther, saying it's make or break. This is just not working at all for, not the villain sector per se, it's whatever, you know, it's more stuff for the game to do, fine. I'm talking about the doxing, I'm talking about the lack of polish for the game, and just overall lack of communication between the developers and the fan base. That's despicable and unacceptable for a game of this big of a scale for Marvel, you know? And for, what was I going to say? Black Panther being an expansion, you know, extending the game and what it is, saying that it's going to be a huge turnaround for it, that's going to make or break it for sure. That is surely and most definitely going to be either like a huge turnaround Battlefront 2 style or a nail in the coffin for you know, Marvel's Avengers. Okay, 3 rockets, and I'm out. Peace. Literally, see, everyone died. So if I didn't make it to that pillar in time, I'd be gone. So I don't understand. That's ridiculous. And I shouldn't have to have teamed up. I shouldn't need to team up with anyone else in the co-op mode just to beat this boss. You should be able to do it single player regardless. So I find that very, very strange that they're going about it that way. Where are you trying to make it co-op centric or single player centric? Make up your mind. It doesn't know this game is in an identity crisis. It has no clear direction of what it wants to be. And by the way, this is the closest I've been from getting to her health bar getting down. But granted, this is on easy mode, so we're making progress. We're making some progress. I need to wait till the Hope Buster gets ranked up again. Leo, do you think the next Ratchet & Clank game has opened the door to a Spider-Verse game? I certainly hope not, Leo, even though I know they can do it, based on everything Ripped Apart did. Please, for the love of God, don't do a Spider-Verse game. No. Because A, that wasn't even teased at in the end of either game, Miles or the base game. Second off, we want to see more about the symbiote and its connection to Peter and Harry. And third off, why in God's name would they do that when they already have Peter and Miles in their own universe, and they literally avoided the Spider-Verse situation by including Miles in the game's universe at the beginning? You know, he's already in the game's world, just to live in it without needing, like, oh, here's Miles in Spider-Man PS4, but he's from another dimension. Here's a shock, you know, he's from another universe. Ta-da! No, it's, you know, it's its own thing. So it shouldn't need to worry about living up to others' filled-in universes. Also, I did a bit too early with the Hulk Buster, but I thought it was going to go there, and it takes way too long to frickin' load up this frickin' thing, and I don't know why it's taking forever to get her health down. Jesus, but I have 1 pillar left. I have my rockets, which is doing enough damage. I have my unit beam too, by the way, so I can try that. Jesus. This is on easy mode. That's really crap. Yes, it is, Lewis. Yes, it is. He's so quick to jump on Avengers. KPNG Off Gaming. I've covered Marvel's Avengers ever since it was first announced in 2017, and I've literally been critical about the game ever since then, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Literally makes no sense. You say they're fixing the problem? Yeah, so if the problem is them including the doxing info of every player on the game, that's a problem that you think can be fixed? Surely they can, but that's not a problem that should be in the game at all in the first place. It's so... I don't know why you guys are defending this garbage. Not you guys in specific, but some of you people. I don't know what it is about this white knighting for Avengers. It makes no sense. Okay, 2 rockets, 3 rockets, and I'm out. Bye. Literally all I can do. And everyone's dead. Great, and I have 1 goddamn pillar left, so I should be able to do it if I get the Hulkbuster. Oh, wait! Oh, she's back. No, 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 she's gonna kill. Wait, oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, wait. No, wait. Oh! That's right, she just does this when... Oh, well, bye, guys. It was fun while it lasted. That doesn't make any sense. However, I now know how to defeat her, so... Or at least I now have a set pattern trickled down on how to take her out. Oh, God. That doesn't make any sense why she all of a sudden just gets to instant kill you if there's no more of the pillars. And I don't get that either. Weird. However, it only took me, what, 5 tries to get her pattern down on easy mode? So I can take her out for sure this time. I was close, though. That was the closest I ever was. So, take 5. 5 times the charm, as they say. Let's see. It's only PS5 that affects streamers. Yeah, Colton, it doesn't matter. The fact that that problem even exists. How poorly do you have to mess up the game's development process to have your IP address publicly displayed on the next-gen version of the game? If anything, it should be on this version right now, my PS4 Pro. Like, oh, well, I guess the better version of the game on PS5 or Xbox Series X is not going to have that problem, right? No! It's on the... You just said the problem right there. It's on the PS5 newly released version of Marvel's Avengers exposing doxing info, or doxing info for players and their private, user data. That's not acceptable. And I can't stand anyone who's trying to defend that. It makes no sense. Anyways, Incredible Harry, you're supposed to hurry up and take her down before you run out, but that doesn't make sense. Incredible Harry, that doesn't make sense. So then, you instantly die no matter what, if you don't get her that quickly. That does not make sense. That's a poorly designed boss fight. You could say, well, it's a limited time thing. It's like, beating the clock. No. No. Because then if you... That's not the player's fault to determine whether or not they can make that big of a damage dent in the boss if they can't control their stupid team from hiding behind the player. Because I have to spend time going behind the pillars to hide and run away and not get damaged. Whereas if my team was automatically hiding behind the pillars, I could then get some extra hits in and then let my team go in to heal me with the reviving ability. No, it doesn't make any sense. Let's see. It's only publicly displayed on if you stream, though, Colton. No. Greco, literally one of the main Spidey Squad members, was in here. He was playing the game on his PS5. He has the game on PS5, and he has a PS5, and he doesn't have any, major platform to stream it on. He was just playing the game, and it literally pops up no matter what. So, pathetic. Pathetic. It's not acceptable. Again, as the title says, it's unacceptable to deal with this type of game design or flaw or whatever it is in the spectrum of this game. It's not worth it. And it should definitely be fixed. Jeez, I'm just spamming lasers and punches. I'm not doing anything innovative or different or meaningful to do. Thing about this boss, I'm just spamming buttons. Excellent. Is this the only skull level Monica here? Because if so, I'm going to take out my, Yeah, see? Okay, go. She's going to, I think, lower his... Yes. Okay, Iron Man, please get in this damn thing quick and just demolish her with your lasers. Well, look how long it takes him to get this thing up and running, though. Okay, that was good. I don't know. I have 2 left, though, so I'm a bit scared.
The world doesn't need Avengers. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
Oh, God. Alright, Ilya Diana, do I enjoy Final Fantasy? No? Not really. I mean, I've played 15, and I do want to try 7 Remake, but it's not really in my wheelhouse of games. Although I love Persona 5, so I've made that very clear. Deshaun Baker, no, I have the PS5 version, I don't stream it, and I'm getting that... Yeah, exactly, see? Deshaun can confirm, Franco can confirm, other people who have the PS5 can confirm. As I've said, the game is still not fixed. They stated in their Twitter page online that, hey, we're going to release a hotfix tomorrow to fix this buggy mess of a glitch. And PS5 users should be on the lookout. And it's like, well, then you shouldn't even release the game, or the patch, at all. This event should not be out now. By the way, it's fine on my PS4 right now, but this event as a whole should not be set to release in the slightest. It's unplayable. in the sense of it's not fit to play for someone who wants to stream it publicly, and it's just so much bugs. So much bugs. Still, nearly a year after launch, which is insane to say. Yeah. I love how my laser blast does little to no damage. That's a great sign. Let's see. The Incredible Harry, why don't you get a Jarvis barrier or invulnerability buff for your range piece? I thought I did, or at least I'm doing the cosmic stuff. Okay, please. Go, 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 go. And now I gotta run because I'm too close to her. And all my stupid teammates are too close to her too. I have one left? Yes, I do. Ugh, God, so... My team, like, the AI is so garbage in this game. It's so ugh. It's not suited for something like this. Because if so, I would have controlled them like, hey, Hawkeye, Captain America, Kate Bishop, literally go hide behind the pillar so I can deal more damage on Monica while you're hiding so I can get the revival by the time it's over. It's so poorly designed. Missiles do more damage, says Javik. I know that, but my gear loadout has more of a buff towards the lasers than the rockets, but I will try rockets after this. Oh, Jesus. Okay. And my lasers do little to no damage, so that's great. Ugh. And so I have like 2 more tries, I think. Once this pillar goes down, or once her shield goes down with the pillar, and then she's available just to demolish once the pillar is out. I can't move. I literally cannot move. Great. Let's see, Leo. This game was announced 2017 and released in 2020, but doesn't look like a game that has been in development for over 3 years. Exactly. Exactly, Leo. They boxed it somewhere in development. I don't know if that was because it's live service, because it's Square Enix, because it's Crystal Dynamics, and that's the art style they chose, but I do not know. Incredible Harry, I'm literally power level 150 for my Iron Man, and hero level 50 for my main hero levels. Which is what I'm saying. I'm literally going to show you guys right now. I've showed this already. Take a look. Right there. 140, 140, 140, 140, 140, 140, 10. 150 power level, level hero 50. I just got a champion level up, which does nothing really for your characters. And the artifact, which increases my damage. So I'm good. I am not playing the game wrong. I'm not a bad player. It's literally the game's design is so poorly done and executed to, what's it called? Not minimalize, but not monopolize, not mandate. It's to mitigate users, I think, from just experiencing the game on a leveled playing field. Otherwise, this is just sad. All right, get this damn robot up. And Monica, you better lower that shield. No, she doesn't. Of course not. So I just wasted that. Great move on my part. I don't want to lose my damn, what do you call it? My Hulkbuster. Go away. Shoot you down. Get your damn shield down, Monica. I swear to God. Please. Thank you. Okay, take these rockets. Take 2 rockets. Can we do 2? Please. Do a second. Thank you! God. Oh, man. Why didn't it do that much before? And over the 2-hour mark. Fantastic. Great. Screw you, Monica. All right, there's Clint. Whatever's happening in the story, I don't care, but let's see it regardless.
I've come too far.
Okay.
You miscalculated, Barton.
Oh no, my bow! What will I do? Die, I guess. The Tesseract, Cosmic Cube is great. Hey, it's my Hawkeye, without his mask on, which makes no sense.
How can you be so stupid? So blind to reason.
Okay.
This is the answer to everything.
I can find the error in the source code right here, Avengers. My IP address power is too strong. You'll kill the servers. No, it's alright. He's gonna die, bro. Damn. Oh, no. Hawkeye? I wouldn't feel so sad if there's literally another Hawkeye right there. But okay. Man, this story, you guys. Just Black Panther, please don't let me down with Wakanda and stuff like that. I beg of you.
Clint!
Damn.
Clint.
He's gone.
Time to become Old Man Hawkeye.
What just happened?
Please don't, though. I like the suit how it is here.
What did you do?
I think I just saved the day.
Again, I don't feel too accomplished defeating this boss since I beat it on easy mode, but whatever. Franco, it was all a dream. Marvel's Avengers was just a bad fever dream. It never existed. Ta-da! Wow. Excellent. I guess. Question mark? Ugh. Jesus. Again, as I've said numerous times, and for all you Avengers defenders out there, I swear to God, listen to me. I beg of you. If you're someone who owns the game, do not play it until Black Panther releases. Or, even better, if you're someone who does not own the game and you held off, you know, you saw the reviews and you kind of said, you know, this game doesn't look all that great, and you were correct, still, even wait after Black Panther releases and wait until they include Spider-Man. That way you'll have 4 extra characters, a more fleshed out campaign, hopefully a more polished experience, and just something that doesn't glitch out as bad as this. Because holy smokes. What a, Jesus. Ugh, God, my brain is aching for how bad that was. Alright, so, I think it was Tava Smolka who said to go visit Hank Pym in the anthill. So we're going to go do that, see what he says, and then end the stream. Because holy smokes, that was pathetically bad. Sorry, Ghosty and Franco, I know we didn't, and Andrew, I know we didn't team up in a party to take out Monica together, but we'll try and do it again another time, or during the next update or so. But damn, wow. I'm so happy I was able to defeat Monica on easy mode with a fully maxed out Iron Man, and she was a fully maxed out 140 Monica. I don't know why. And just get bum rushed and butt wrecked by her consistently. LT's Ortiz, I've had the game and haven't played it since Bishop. I'm waiting for Panther to finally try out again and determine to throw it in the dump. Damn. Yeah, that's I understand. Alright, so here we are, Anthill. Let's go. What crazy little grinding for gear assignment does Hank have for us? What's up, bud? What the hell? Interact starting in 2 seconds? What was that? Just start, let me talk to him. Cutscene starting in 3, 2, 1. Why does it do that? Okay.
Hey, thanks for this, Hank.
You understand, we place the power of a god in your trust.
Yes.
Power of a god.
I don't take that lightly.
Acquiring Project Omega is a huge win for the Resistance. Monica clearly
Okay.
thought this weapon could stop the Kree invasion. But we need to know how to use it safely.
Maddie and I will do our best.
Let's
We can
see.
use all the help we can get.
Still no sign of Fury. So what does that mean?
They still haven't found him?
Change the future or not?
I could have sworn they already got him.
Future me never got this far. Guess time will tell.
Okay.
No more time. No more time travel, please. It's the worst.
Literally dissing Endgame right here, but alright. Or their own game, but sure.
We'll stop the pre-invasion. Together.
Okay. Oh. Little post-credit action, maybe? So they're still looking for Fury. They got the Cosmic Cube. Didn't you just shut the door, Roy? What are you doing? Okay. Ultron teased, I guess? If that's what they're hinting at, because in the comics, for all you MCU stans only out there who don't read comics, Iron Man did not create Ultron. That was Hank Pym. So, the original Iron Man, not Scott Lang, not even the Irish one. I know there was like the third one, whose name is escaping me at this point. Eric something, I think? Eric O something? Eric O'Donnell? No, Eric O'Grady? Right? Eric O'Grady, I think? I'm forgetting right now, but that was Ultron, I think. Because Hank built Roy from his own machinery and you know, computing systems. And now we have this cosmic cube, which Monica had to control reality and such. And now they have it in their hands, but We know that Ultron doesn't exist in this game's universe yet, so if they're teasing him to come in later DLC, then yeah, they could have Ultron as the main foe. Yeah, Lewis Cox, Eric O'Grady, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking of. So yes, it's not Iron Man who makes Ultron, thank God. It's comics accurate with Hank Pym. Too bad the game is a mess. Sorry, if this was a single-player, story-driven, campaign-oriented DLC that we just did today, I would be like, cool. Can't wait to see more about Ultron and Hank Pym's relationship with the Avengers grow. This is live service, so nothing that we got here was ever hinting at war for Wakanda. Nothing hinted at T'Challa, nothing hinted at Shuri, nothing hinted at Claw, nothing hinted at to the Vibranium, and all that's importance, considering how that's the big next step for the game. Literally no mention of it here whatsoever. The boss fight is poorly designed, and I can say that knowing that my Iron Man is, again, a 150 build. I'm not trying to whine and say I suck at the game. No, I defeated Monica. It took me 5 to 6 tries, I think. I beat her with a 140 gauntlet, 140 repulsor, 140 plating, 140 reactor, 140 black ISO 8, which increases my heroic abilities and stun damage, 140 Norn Stone of Justice, which helps drops gear and increases damage from my main attacks, a 140 or a 10 level artifact to increase damage, all adding up to a max 150 Iron Man, defeating a 140 level Monica, and still died. So what the actual hell is going on? Was that because I played on hard mode? I don't know. The Incredible Harry, my stats are not good. Probably melee, ranged, heroic, defensive are all in the thousands. I guess they should be. Another phone call. Fantastic, you guys. I guess they should be in the double thousands, like 2,000s or 3,000s maybe. I don't know. But again, I barely play this game, so I don't grind. Unlike how I do grind for Genshin Impact, which has a lot of resources that are meaningful and impactful for the player to try and get. This was abysmal. Sorry to say, but again, do not play this edition, this roadmap content, this DLC, whatever it is. Do not play it. Spidey Outcast Andrew, it's the amazing phone call. Come to save Evan. Yes, it was. For sure. Chano-san, I don't think the Black Panther expansion is going to be good. Me neither, buddy, but they try and act like it will be. But, again, is Spider-Man going to save the game? Is Black Panther going to save the game? No, because the game at its core, as a service looter-shooter grinding game, is broken structurally and fundamentally. So if the base foundations aren't strong enough, the final added products like Spider-Man, like Black Panther, like other Marvel characters, like maybe Doctor Strange or Winter Soldier or Falcon. War Machine was also leaked too, by the way. Not a word of him. No, I don't think it's going to be good because the core game itself is already an abysmal experience. And if all they're doing is adding on to that experience with other characters and not changing the structure of it or fixing the gameplay elements or the grinding elements and they're just adding on to it. Like, what do you do when you do, okay, bad example, and I'm going to get a bit vulgar here. But this is how I can get my point across to the most dense of people in the stream or dense of people who don't seem to get my point of thought process. Say you see, you're walking your dog, or your cat, or your rabbit, whatever animal you have, you're going on a walk with them, and you see a massive dump on the sidewalk, right? Okay, so you see the dump on the sidewalk. What do? You do either 3 options, and it's your dog who left the dump on the sidewalk, you know? Your animal, you're responsible for it. You have to clean up after, you have to fix the mess that they made. Since you own it, it's your responsibility to fix it, right? I do that all the time when I had my dog. She sadly, passed away years ago, but that's not relevant. You see a piece of crap on the sidewalk, and it's from your dog who just took a crap on the sidewalk. What do? Do you clean up the piece of crap and fix it, and the whole slate is now clean on that sidewalk, and it's fixed, it's new, it's fresh, it's tidy, and you didn't even see the issue in the first place after you clean it up, right? Or B, You leave the piece of crap there, and you just throw like some grass over it or some dirt on it to make it blend in with the environment. It's not gone, it's still there, we just kind of added a couple things to make it look like it's fixed, right? If you throw on some grass or, hell, even like a piece of bleach, like a bleach can, you spray it on there, does that fix the problem of the piece of crap on the side of the road? No. It's still a piece of crap on the side of the road. So therefore, it will always be like that unless someone takes the initiative to clean it up. And if this is still the same exact piece of crap with the same exact mission structure with nothing else added to it to revitalize, refresh the experience, then nothing will change. And that's sadly the reality of the situation. It's just going to be the same game that we've been playing ever since launch in September of last year. It's just now, it's going to look a bit prettier or a lot less crappy because of Black Panther's inclusion with War for Wakanda and Spider-Man's inclusion with Spider-Man and whatever villain he has, and Doctor Strange and Falcon and Winter Soldier and War Machine and Scarlet Witch and Vision and all these characters. You have to understand, there's still, it's a game for years to come. There's still supposedly all these characters, all these heroes with all their own stories and combat scenarios and gear sets that are going to be included in the game. Not just two dumb archers, but actual Marvel characters in the massive lore of Marvel. So it's not going to be anything different. And that's sad, because we love Marvel. I love Marvel games. I love how even Crystal Dynamics. I even love some of Square Enix's games. I love Life is Strange. That's a Square Enix published game. I'm loving, what I'm seeing from Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't played it yet, but the Intergrade version with Yuffie's DLC looks great. Just Cause is an amazing game. It's hilariously fun and open world, and it looks gorgeous. And even on my PS3, I still love playing Just Cause 2 to this day. It's a hilariously fun game. I love it. I respect the developers for who they are and what they try to do, but making a game that players pay for and spend time and money and investing and trying to play for themselves, waiting for so long for content is not feasible to keep going. And I think it was Tava Smolka or Michael Courtney or someone who said, I'm sorry for forgetting, if I think they'll continue the game after Black Panther. I honestly think after they include Spider-Man, finish it. That's a wrap. Just focus more on the Guardians of the Galaxy type stuff. Single player, story-driven, third-person, action-adventure, no DLC, no microtransactions. Just make a good game. Don't try and make something that it can't live up to, and that's too overly ambitious, because we can see whether or not it can live up to the potential hype and the vision of what the developers are setting out to do. Like, when you heard about Spider-Man PS4, not even like the Game Informer coverage for, the first game with Andrew Reiner's cover story and all that, but say back in the 2016 pre-Spidey Squad, Evan Filarka only on his iPhone days, right? We all saw the first trailer, the Year of Silence, we called it, right? Because we waited for a full year with no gameplay, no other trailer, no nothing, right? Go back. I'm going to take you back 5 years. Whoop! Time traveling. We're now in 2016, right? Okay. Cool. You just finished watching the Sony E3 press conference of 2016. You saw Insomniac Games and Marvel Games reveal the new Spider-Man game for PS4. It is a new game from Marvel in a AAA format, right? Did anything of that trailer, the 2016 trailer or the presentation that they had, or even when you hear Brian and Bill when they were first interviewed about the game back from PlayStation in 2016, did any of that give you any inclination that it was going to be a live service, looter shooter, gear grinding, monotonous, microtransaction-filled Spider-Man game? Of course not! It's a Spider-Man game. What do you expect? It's open world, it's single player, it's combat-driven, it's story-driven, it's action-adventure. It's what you would expect. And what we expected from this is not what they marketed. The biggest problem with Avengers is the marketing and how it continues to sadly decrease each day the expectations of fans wanting to play as Black Panther. Do you know how long we, as I'm assuming you guys have, and me as a fan of Marvel, have waited to play as Black effing Panther in a AAA Marvel game? But the fact of the matter is, when you hear people say, oh, Black Panther is going to be featured in a Marvel game. The first reaction is, of course, yes, let's go. Followed by, it's an extended expansion DLC pack for free in Marvel's Avengers. Oh, and then that's where the discomfort and uncertainty settles in because of where the campaign left people. The massive bugs, the doxing, the microtransactions, looting for gear, grinding for skins, no satisfactory types of, progression system in the game that matters to anyone. It's a badly designed game, and that is the problem. Spider-Man was well designed because it fit for the character of Spider-Man. Single-player, open-world, story-driven action-adventure. Nailed it. Great job. Insomniac cares about the character, and that was proven to us twice now with the first game and Miles. Guardians looks like it's going the right route because it's single-player, story-driven, third-person, action-adventure, no DLC, no microtransactions. It's just delivering the idealistic Marvel single-player, narrative-driven experience that we as gamers would want to see in the first place from these titles. And they tried to do that here with Avengers by delivering the campaign with Kamala Khan, her reassembling the Avengers because it's new and it's not like anything we've seen in the MCU before, where that's a bit of a half of a lie, because all the Avengers in this game totally remind me of the MCU versions. It's just that their suits look 10 times worse. Kamala's a great character, though. I love her actress, Sandra Sod, who follows me on Twitter, by the way. She's a great, and again, no diss to the developers or the actors who involve and take time to make the game. It's just that the structure of the game does not live up to what we as fans expect from a Marvel title. And that's the sad fact of the matter, and that is what we have to deal with now moving forward towards Black Panther and Spider-Man. Even with Black Panther, we know expansion. Okay. Expanding what? The same stuff we've been playing already? Another boss? With Claw? With spider robots? More gear to grind? Another biome to explore that's a jungle that's just the tundra without snow? More villains, which I'm assuming are the spider robots to fight? I guess. I don't know. It's very concerning. And again, you can see my previous videos where I talked about the game before launch. I talked about the Black Panther information where the sales numbers were indicating that the game has sold less than expected. It lost $60 to $70 million from developer costs. That's insane for a Marvel game. Lately on Steam charts, it has garnered little to no players. It's only in the hundreds, and for a Marvel game that's only less than a year old, that is totally unacceptable. And now we have 2 months to wait, so June, July, August. So yeah, July and August, whenever it is in August, for Black Panther to release, followed by, and this is a theory, a game theory, I think that Spider-Man is going to release in the game in December to still launch this year in 2021, but also to kind of have that marketing boost where, hey, you know that small indie film? I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Maybe let me know in the chat, by the way. There's a small little indie film coming out called Spider-Man No Way Home. I think, I could be wrong, I don't really know about that, starring Holland, I think his name is. Anyway, they're going to release a new Spider-Man movie in December, and what better time to release a Spider-Man related character in a massive AAA Marvel game, which is already getting lackluster reception from people, than include it in their game the same time the movie comes out. I think that would be smart. And they better, by the way, release him. Because we were, by the way, supposed to receive Spider-Man in March of 2021. He was supposed to come out early this year, right? So they've already botched that because they delayed the game several times and they therefore delayed the roadmap content. So they still try and play it off like, well, he's coming in 2021. We didn't say when, though. So then, if he comes out in December of 2021 with the MCU movie, that way we planned that to happen. That was planned all along. It wasn't delayed or anything. Like, you wish. So, I don't know. It's very, very strange. And yes, Tava Smoka, you're kinda right. I blame the pandemic. Yes, working from home has been a major challenge for a lot of developers. But keep in mind, and I can guarantee this because I was actually lucky enough to interview Andy Wong in March before COVID happened, by the way, for one of my school assignments. He was super awesome, and Andy Wong is the best from Crystal Dynamics. It's just that the game itself is poorly designed. He runs the community team, so he's not really part of developing the game. He's part of the marketing aspect. But I interviewed him in person, and he was literally taking time out of his day to talk to me about the game and stuff. But they delayed the game, keep in mind, before COVID happened. They delayed it before people were working from home. So there's no leg to stand on with that. You know, we had to fix stuff. There was a lot of problems working the game at home. And yes, there was, of course, but they already were planning to delay the game prior to all of that happening. So when they were marketing it, saying it's going to release on May 15th, 2020, they already knew way in advance that it wasn't going to release that day and that month of that year. So already false marketing, not something I'm a fan of as someone who's literally focusing in the realm of marketing for school and stuff. So I find a lot of problems with that, and I hope that going forward they're more upfront, they're more direct, they can see their shortcomings, they can enhance the player cap by making people entranced to play as these newer characters, and make the wait mainly worthwhile. Because again, keep in mind, by the time Black Panther releases, only 3 characters in the supposed live service Marvel game will be featured in this game, in this title, and there's still no sign of Spider-Man. By the time Black Panther releases, maybe there will be. But that would be a full year. Like, again, Genshin Impact releases characters, like, monthly. Like, for any of you Genshin Impact players, use this as a comparison. So I just got the recent event finished with Klee and the Midsummer Adventure Island Romp story expansion, which is excellent in every way, shape, and form. And the character that is available now to try and roll for, what they call for these live service games, to try and roll your character for, is Klee. But before, it was Eula, who was a Cryo Greatsword user, and then I think Yanfei, who was a Pyro Catalyst user from Leeway. And in that span of time, they were only like a month apart. Maybe like a month and a week, you know? A new character with a new story, a new addition of content to increase the players' interest in the game's lore and the world. New side content, new side missions, new rare collectibles, limited event items to unlock, in-game rewards to get without spending money. And it's freaking amazing. And I wish I was literally playing Genshin Impact right now instead of playing this game, because that's like a live service game that respects its player base and includes content that is satisfactory enough to hold up in its own. All you have to know, by the way, all you have to know to nail this point even further, and the last I'll say about it is Marvel Avengers lost $60 to $70 million in developer costs. A Marvel gaming property based on one of the most financially profitable teams within pop culture history, if not currently of all time, okay? Keep that in mind. Genshin Impact, a free-to-play live service game based on a new IP. You know, it's nothing that's ever been heard before. It's made by a company in China, MiHoYo, and it's, you know, free-to-play live service, but you can spend money if you want to try and unlock certain weapons or characters faster, but you can still unlock everything if you just grind through the game, right? And you unlock it at a steady pace. That game made over $1 billion in profit alone based on the microtransaction schematic plan that they have. And it's totally worth it because it's actually an investment that matters to the player, that they're willing to go out of their way and pay for something like that. The fact that a new grind, that's a game that I would openly avoid, a live service game that really feeds off of microtransactions and the looter shoot, grind for gear. That's all that, you know, a game like that does. But the characters are great, the stories are great, the gameplay is fun, the events are interesting. Forming your team and combining and controlling each character's movesets is always something fun to experiment with. You can play with your friends, you can explore an open world, you have beautiful graphics, an amazing soundtrack. I can keep going. A game like Avengers should not lose money. If you're someone who's defending Avengers, you would not defend Spider-Man if Spider-Man PS4 was losing money. Because guess what? There's no way it would, because the game as a whole already is a game that is structured to satisfy the player. It's supposed to deliver that fan fulfillment of being Spider-Man in an open world in a great city with a great story, because that's how the game is designed. That's how it's meant to be. That's hopefully how Guardians is meant to be too. This isn't doing it, and it's not a game that can keep going like this. And I love playing with my friends. I love playing with Ghosty and Franco and Andrew. We've done live streams in the past playing the game, or other games, but mainly for Avengers. I know for a fact Andrew and Franco have, at the very least. I forget if Ghosty we have too. But I would love to have played a great co-op centric Avengers game with my buddies and embrace the world of Marvel within game form, because I love Marvel games. I've said this. I'm a gamer at heart more than a film lover, a cinephile. I like the movies, but if you were to tell me, Evan, choose your favorite Spider-Man movie of all time, I would say the first one from Tobey Maguire in 2002. But choose your favorite Spider-Man thing of all time, whatever, it's the game. A game has surpassed my love for the character more so than a movie. And I think the same thing can easily be done for Marvel's Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, more so than the films. Because it can embrace a completely different side of the characters we've never seen before in a way that is wonderful and beautiful and entrancing for an interactive media. Because you are Iron Man, you are Kamala Khan, you are Captain America, you are Star-Lord, you are Miles Morales, and all these different characters in these games. But it doesn't work in a live service format because you're detracting from the story to serve the monetization, fundamentally financially profitable aspect of trying to incentivize people to spend money. $15 per skin, by the way. Ridiculous. That doesn't do anything. It's just a skin. To earn a profit, because they see it as a cash cow. They don't see it as a genuine gaming product. They see it as how to make money. Where they already, funny enough, made more money with Final Fantasy VII Remake compared to Avengers, because it's a great game, from what I'm hearing, compared to this. How do I go to the marketplace? Let's see. Just to show you guys right now where it's at, right? Online front of things with Avengers. So 900 units per skin, which again is $10 a pack for 1,000 units. And then right here you see 1,400 units for this legendary outfit for Captain America, which is an outfit that cosmetic appearance that changes a hero's outfit once equipped. So it does nothing. It sometimes glitches from what I hear for people who equip them. And the same thing goes for the MCU outfits as well and all that. Where instead of spending $15 for one skin, I could instead buy the entire one single chapter of any of the City That Never Sleeps pack for Spider-Man PS4, whether or not that's the Heist, Turf Wars, or Silver Lining, where they have a new villain, 3 suits in that whole pack, per pack, 3 costumes, new villains, new side missions, new story content, and it's all meaningful. This is not, what I'm looking at right now, take off this stupid cursor, look at this. Just don't even look at me for a second, don't even listen to what I'm saying, look at this totally just uninspired, unpassionate, unethical in a way marketplace for these characters. Each of these characters have a skin that's worth $15, and now it's discounted, sure, but so to do math then, doing a little bit of pro gamer math here, $15 for one skin for each character. So right now there's 8 characters. If we include Black Panther and Spider-Man, that's 10 characters. 15 times 10 is literally, oh my god, $150? I almost said $1,500, but that's not right. $150 for all MCU skins in the game. 10 times 15, $150. For $150, I can either invest that towards a PS5, I can buy a collector's edition for Spider-Man PS4, I can literally buy like 2 games, 2 separate gaming experiences if I want to, or literally anything else to spend money towards. It's not worth it, and it's insulting that a Marvel property would bank on you as a consumer to try and spend that much money. And you know exactly who that's appealing towards. Is it someone like me who doesn't like skins? No. Is it someone like, you know, Marvel fans who love paying money to buy a skin? I don't think so. Who is that for? Oh yeah, kids. Because kids are playing this game and they easily love the films because that's probably the only time that they were experienced to the characters in that big of a format. So in order to try and embrace that the best way, they go and pay money for the skins, using their parents' credit cards to just bank up those results and get those skins just to look like their favorite on-screen heroes. And it doesn't add up to anything. Amir Williams, exactly. Genshin Impact skins just came out with the update, and they are both better than Marvel's Avengers skins. Literally, one of the main skins for Barbara, who is one of my favorite characters in the game, is, surprise, a free skin. If you just, what is that? It's like, not a Wheel of Fortune, but is it like Jeopardy where they're like A, B, C, D? So like, is it A, pay for the skin, B, play the game, C, you know, have your IP address exposed, or D, none of the above? And the answer is B. The answer is you play the game to unlock the skin. What a frickin' shock that is, huh? So, I find that ridiculous. I just think that's super dumb. I also find it weird that the Red Room takeover for Black Widow did not have a skin as a reward when it clearly should have. So, it is just super sad what's going on here. Leo, meanwhile, Insomniac updates their game, you get a free new suit. Exactly, Leo. And I don't guarantee anything, but by the time No Way Home comes out, and I'm sure Tom Holland will have another suit in that movie by the third act or whatever, and we already know Toby and Andrew are going to be in the film, so those suits are already in the game. If Tom Holland gets another suit in the MCU that's different from the ones he's worn in the previous films, I think Insomniac will include it in Spider-Man PS4 and the remastered for free as an update. That'd be insane. They'd literally be gods at that point, because at that point they would be including an update for a game for Spider-Man PS4 that's over 2 years old by the time, over 3 years old by the time No Way Home releases. So that's insane. I find that crazy, and I think that's very shocking to say the least, what's going on. But anyways, guys, we've been streaming for over 2.5 hours. My hands are killing me. My brain is warped, and luckily, no glitch whatsoever. No glitch occurred for me while playing the game. Still, though, that's not any way a pass for the developers at Crystal or Eidos or Square or Marvel to get away with something like this, because it's pathetic. It is unacceptable, and if you're someone who does play the game on your PlayStation 5, don't play it now. Even if you're someone who has a PS4 like me, don't play Marvel's Avengers. Wait until Black Panther releases. Wait until Spider-Man releases, or wait until the patch tomorrow if you really want to play the villain sector. I would not, though. Yeah, you know, let me know your thoughts about the game in the comments. Let me know if you really appreciated my stream. I sure as hell had a lot of fun playing this and giving you my thoughts about it. And luckily, I was like a guinea pig in this situation. I was a test subject, so no doxing info came up on my stream. But again, it turns out PS5 players are more susceptible to the issue than PS4 players, but still I want to test that theory out for sure. So it worked fine. New boss is out, so play that if you want to. Blasty, am I going to play Sifu? I might. It looks really cool. I like the combat style of the character and how visually different it looks from these other types of games. So we will see. If you mean on a stream, I don't know for sure, but in my free time, maybe. Yeah. Spidey Outcast, great stream as always, Evan. Thank you, Andrew. You're the best. I'm sorry I haven't responded to your DMs, by the way. I've just been occupied. I'll try and look at them soon, though. William Patterson, I appreciate it, giving your thoughts on Marvel's Avengers. Thank you, William. And again, I don't mean it from any place of hate, disrespect, disdain, malice, you know, pure anger or hatred about the developer. You know, it's just about being honest, being open, being very critical, and being genuine about the product. Because if I like the game, I would like the game. That'd be it. But the fact is, I love Marvel games so much that I want the product to be at its best, and right now this is not it. So all we can do, as us peasant fans and gamers on the sidelines, is tell them about this issue, be open about it, be vocal about it on Twitter or social media, and speak with your wallets. You know, they say the saying, money talks, and that clearly shows that Spider-Man PS4 is the highest selling superhero game of all time, and it's exclusive only on the PlayStation 4, you know, the main game on the PS4. And Avengers lost 60 to $70 million. Why is that? Oh yeah, because people didn't play the game. Because they're aware of the product that it is, and they spoke with their wallets to let them know that they're not going to pay for a product that they don't feel is up to the level of quality that they think it should be at. And they're right to think that. But again, all we can do now is hope for War for Wakanda to turn things around, and if it doesn't, then I think Marvel should reconsider its partnership with Square Enix. And if there is, by the way, any major info for Guardians of the Galaxy through Game Informer, I will look at it, I will report on it, I will do a 101 about it, and I will do my best to cover all elements of the game in as many ways as I possibly can. But until next time, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, feel free to leave a like on the stream if you did enjoy. It would mean a lot to me. Stay merry Marvelites, stay awesome true believers, and stay true to yourself, gamers. Don't listen to any other of these developers or any other gamers who may put you down for having a different opinion. Just feel free to believe in what you believe. Stay true to your gut, and that's what I think would matter the most in a situation like this. But until next time, by the way, I think Andrew, Spidey Outcast, and Ghosty and I and Franco Greco will try and do, maybe, a co-op live stream in the future about Among Us, now that it's on PS4 and PS5, to try and do a charity thing for it, because we think that'd be fun. But we will see exactly what happens. But until then, stay awesome, everybody. Have a good day. Enjoy your Tuesday. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you like the content like this and more videos from Marvel games. Of course, peace out.